Hello, everybody. Don't say anything. Uh, Hello, everybody. What's up? We are going to continue our wonderful coverage of Elara's stream for last night. We're going to pick up where we left off because we didn't get to finish it. We are going to cover a little bit of her. She responds to herself, which is it's weird. Like she actually watches her own stream and responds to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just something she doesn't normally do. So it kind of feels like she kind of copied us a little bit with that. I don't know what that's about.
You think so?
Yeah. I am actually streaming on this one, so it's probably a little weird, all over the place. Lumi is not here. Lumi's under the weather from work-related stuff, and Akko has to go to work early in the morning. So they'll be leaving sooner than normal as well. After they're all gone, if you guys want me to continue by myself, I will. But if you guys kind of want like the whole group here, we can kind of cut it a little early tonight. It's all good. But we're gonna torture you guys with this because we had to sit through and watch all of it to understand the full situation. So you have to join us for it.
Yes. Hope you're all having a good night tonight. This will be. She followed in small Lola's footsteps.
Yeah.
I heard that Lola's like going back and forth on graduating and not graduating.
She's also changed her name like 30 times, which is okay.
There's Lumi.
Yeah. So, we're gonna do it the same way we did last night, where we just kind of let it go, and if we want to stop and talk about something specific, we will.
You knew that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I thought you guys knew that. Saying she is, sounds like use excuse though, kind of. Is it? Is it? Criticism, one thing, dragging somebody over to coals, using inspiration isn't criticism. That's fair. She's very open to the criticism, as she said. She's going to be actioning the criticism, so I do appreciate that. I feel like that in most VTuber situations, most people won't do that, right? They'll just like, nah, fuck you, and double down and put up the middle finger.
Oh, so I have to clarify this chat because I did see her new video that she released today about this situation. Keep in mind while we're watching this that she claims that at no point in this video was she like backing Lola or was she supporting Lola. She says this was strictly a professional interview where she strictly asked questions that were important to get answers to. And that she was completely neutral about everything all throughout this. So just keep that in mind as we finish the last hour of this. Those of you who were here last night know that that is suspect already to say. But just keep that in mind as we watch the last hour that that's something she claims.
I'm very like curious. Like she says, "Oh, does she expect nobody to watch her streams?" In that point, because I don't understand that. Like, how could you say that when it's very obvious that's not what was going on? She must just expect people are stupid.
Probably, but we're gonna keep going.
Okay.
Can we all acknowledge she was at least an adult about it? That she said
she
she's gonna
wasn't.
make changes? When does the VTuber retirement house open? Right now! Yeah, I think that was something that was really good. You've been blocking also the folks criticizing her in the last day, sadly, yes. And
also chat, I'm keeping her on 1.25 speed. I'm not watching this at one time.
She apologized for that. I think issues to the point, let's just say she listens completely changed her design, and then some people have been pissed and screaming at her, will you forgive her? Like, will you actually forgive her? Because too often I've seen this piece. Many are too quick to go for the kill, but never allow them to make amends, yeah. Red Claw, it's gonna do damage to her.
That's right, she's still talking to that Red Claw guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing she can do to fix that. It's the way it is.
Her music is so loud, yeah.
Oh, see, that's a constant that
it's gonna hurt her
I hate it so much. I can almost barely not understand her.
You can still come out on top in a situation like this. Oh god, live and learn! I've seen this change it honestly, we see this happen another year. I don't think so, I don't think so.
Now chat, be nice. Although unlike Lara, we're not gonna ban you for not being nice.
This is you know, like person to person. Yeah, the interview is over, but I'll post it on YouTube.
That's not nice.
She bought me after she left the interview. Do you have proof? Yeah, do you have proof?
Oh, here's a thing that Elara mentions multiple times in her next stream, that she removed this VOD from Twitch at Lola's request and only kept the interview segment. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Because she said,
That's not
she goes,
good.
oh, I deleted all the parts that didn't include Lola from the VOD because Lola asked me to. It's like, but why?
But why? That makes no damn sense. Like,
Why is Lola asking you to remove that part? And why are you removing that part?
Exactly. You're the damn streamer. You're the one that's like doing this shit. Like if somebody asks us to remove something, it will only be done if it's like illegal content, which we wouldn't stream anyway. But like, it's so dumb.
Also, again, chat, don't forget that I do have her on 1.25 speed. However, a lot of you are pretty or probably can notice she is still talking way too fast. The problem is she just has so many ums and uhs in between every like statement she makes that if we have it on 1 time speed, we'll be here all night.
Pretty much. I'll be gone like within way quicker.
Yeah.
Also, what did you say to them? I mean, I'm not gonna say that blocking people is wrong because blocking people that say certain stuff is absolutely correct. You would have just listened for it, but yes, we talked about that. Oh my god, I feel like it's all we talked about. Yeah, can we get like a summary on the accent thing, chat? Do you think she's faking it, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you guys think, yes or no?
Everybody's
Multiple
told you
people-
yes.
I think it's like because
Multiple non-American people told you that she's faking it.
That's fake to me.
You had people in chat constantly telling you she was faking it.
And then you
It's
removed
hard
those
for me
comments.
to-
Yeah.
It's hard for me to make a judgment call.
Excuse me, your mods
I
did.
think if anything,
Don't want to
it's
get that wrong.
exaggerated. That's all I can really say. You know, like,
Uh,
I can't make a judgment call on that in good faith because I'm not educated enough. Wait, did I just say I can't have an opinion because I'm not educated enough about something? You can say
I
that?
kinda wanna point this out, but there
What?
are other tubers with similarity.
also,
I disagree.
that's not an excuse. Like, you spent the whole stream, like, backing her up on this accent, though, and then at the very end, after you've been called out 8 billion times, you just go, actually, I'm not educated enough, so you can't... That's like you're trying to do a get-out-of-jail-free card. Be like, well, I said that I didn't know, so you can't call me on that. No, you've said, like, 30 times in the stream that, yeah, no, the accent thing, it's totally her real voice. Like...
Sorry, officer. I didn't know that, like, driving a car without a license was a bad idea, even though I'm a fully grown adult. Can you not write me a ticket, please? I promise that I won't do it again.
It's just, that's not an excuse. Saying I'm too ignorant to know the answer to this is not an excuse.
These two other somewhat
Right.
more similar than Lily and Lola.
I will also say that you can have an opinion,
I can't
even if
believe
it's
that.
not,
I can't believe
like,
that I
even if
can't-
it's objectively wrong. You
Yeah.
can still have an
That's not the type
opinion.
of an opinion, because I don't know enough.
Saying that you can't have an opinion because you don't know is bad.
Type of thing that I have an opinion about that I don't know enough about.
But you
Wait,
did weigh in on it.
I'm sorry,
Constantly.
I got Twitter and respond to everything in front of my face that I don't understand anything about. I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. I got you, chat. Let me get back to the Twitter VTuber wave.
Like, it's so
You know,
weird
also
that
think
she's
there's
doing
ridiculous?
that.
What's
Because
ridiculous
it's like,
about it,
you've
Valentine?
talked about it constantly during the stream. What do you mean you're
Oh
not
my
going to
God, this song
talk
is
about
banger.
it?
This is a top tier
Then maybe this is why Lola asked her to take it out, because, like,
I put it
she
in the
goes from
post.
defending Lola to, chat, you know what, I don't care, I don't know anymore. Maybe Lola thought that made her look bad.
Yeah, put it on the Google Doc. So posted a side-by-side roll TikTok, she had a different accent, yes. Okay, here we see.
She's playing Doom Horizons.
Yeah, and
Is that really what she's
I think it's
playing?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. It's probably
I
better
think
if
we're
she
fine
plays
on
it
Doom
after
Horizons, though. I don't think the Chalk Eaters
the
claim their
big
stuff.
for her.
Our stream hasn't been copyright claimed by, Nintendo yet, so we
Yeah.
might be
Well,
fine.
what post are you talking about, sweetheart? The interview post I came to chat earlier.
Maybe
Talking about
Elara's
Bobby.
voice is
Okay,
so
yes, and,
botted
but I'm asking, do you
weird
have proof?
that they can't tell.
Yeah, do you have any proof of that? That's
I don't know.
a good step. That's a little positive. Like, honestly, I'm kind of proud of her. Look at her account when she did.
Why is it so loud? Because she doesn't, like... I think she doesn't put a peak on her audio.
I understand the details,
No.
but give me the proof.
Because that's the thing, you always
What
have
kind
to
of
set
interview
like a
was it you made?
peak for your audio so it can't go over that. Please don't scroll your own
That's
Twitter.
right.
Alara, please do not scroll your
I'm more concerned about you scrolling your own Twitter than anything else.
Yeah, she like responds to a lot of not safe for work
Wait,
stuff. So
this
like,
was in your interview stream, so now you have proof of her death threats. Your mods didn't even delete it. What? This dude said this to Lola, and then the entire chat tried to harass her for proof of the death threats. Huh? What? I mean, my mods missed it. My mods missed it. Like,
wait,
you know, like, yeah,
I-
you missed it, but this is not what happened.
was that actually in? Okay, maybe it was.
What the fuck? You probably did delete it, right, mods? I mean, let me know, but this is literally not what happened. The entire chat tried to harass her for proof of the death threats. Bruh.
Wow, Elara. I wonder how this feels, having people just make these random accusations at you with out-of-context screenshots.
I know, right? It's almost
What is that? That's
like
probably nude. Okay. Yeah, well, what is
Yeah,
this?
stop scrolling your own Twitter.
There's a literal mod! Yeah, we already went over that, doo-doo. This is literally classic Twitter. Look at her reply to Lace tweet. Okay.
I have no idea where it could have been, but I don't believe it was in there because her mods were deleting shit like
Can we get a
crazy.
Twitter L in the chat.
Yeah.
There's some people definitely saying shows proof.
You know, maybe this is why Lola has to delete it because she's showing her private
Okay.
account.
I'm gonna ask you for this, and you can say no if you want to.
You never
don't
asked her
have to
for
say-
proof,
you don't have to
really.
say yes. I was literally so nice when I asked her.
You were
Imagine-
too nice.
Bro. Also, you should probably ban this person. Who is this to? Who did they send this to? This dude said this to Lola. No. He said this to all of chat. Like, what the fuck? And then the entire chat arrested her for proof of the death threats. What? Yeah, exactly.
I want context here. I don't know where this has come from though.
Speak up! Speak up right now. Make yourself known.
Ma'am, I don't. Why are you blindly believing this?
I want to see it. Who are these people?
Her hick thing she does is really annoying.
Whatever. Okay, so here we go. Keep me private in my account. Not picking my voice. I'm not farming pity follows. I am not a copycat. Just wanted to take.
God
advantage of
damn it,
the
now that
rest of
you've
your
mentioned it,
reality.
I can
I
hear
feel
it.
it's fun hobby again if you don't let me. That's okay. Just
What?
it does hurt. I mean, that's fair.
When
I
she
really
when she tries to suck in to get air because she doesn't have good breathing
You're
control,
right.
she does like a hick. She doesn't just breathe in, she goes like
I'm sorry, chat.
and now
I'm sorry
that
about
chat's
listening.
mentioned it, I can like constantly hear just the
You cannot unhear it, chat. You are hearing it forever.
I- Oh.
Yeah, I'm faking my voice. I'm not faking my voice. I'm not. I mean, I don't think she's farming pity follows. I don't know. I mean, if this is what she says, like, what can we do? Oh, did you find him, Toomsy? Let's go.
What can you do? You can say you don't believe
This is
it.
what she says, so you can believe it or not.
Oh my god, now I
Gotta
can
copy
hear
her,
it.
Take some inspiration. I mean, she did say that. She did say that, literally. So, that's true. She said she took the inspiration. She didn't copy her, like, straight up. There's a lot of inspiration.
Again, not a defense of Lola at all.
Not, yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm not defending her, but here, I'm gonna defend
I will
her.
always stand beside that. Based on her pattern of behavior, funny statements, dubious fit, go off, I guess. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
Lumi, that is true. That could have been from
I'm gonna
any
take what she
chat,
says, you
and
know,
she's
like,
just taking it at face value.
She just said I'm gonna take what she says.
yeah, thank you, Toomsy.
Like-
Figured out to be horrible at the very start of this. She was no to calling any Valkyries.
What are you supposed to do with that?
And she did acknowledge that she made a mistake on that.
At the end of
Which
the day,
I appreciate.
she is still a person behind the model. People just need to dial it back and take a breath. Don't attack people and don't threaten
Right.
people.
Yeah,
If you have hiccups, just remind yourself you are not a fish, you breathe air, you don't breathe underwater. It worked for me.
You took all this time to type out this nice message. Like,
But I am a
just
fish.
come by the stream. Educate yourself. I never
Same.
understand these kind of posts. I don't get it.
Wait, sorry, I gotta
Can
go
we get
back
the
real
whole
quick.
sentence for Toomsy? Thank you. You took all this time to type out this nice message. Like, just come by the stream. Educate yourself.
Educate yourself, chat. I fucking hate it when she says that. Because she's not even doing what she's asking people to do. It's so bad.
Also, she's like, oh, you should have just watched the stream, just educate yourself. You literally didn't bring it up while she was in there.
Yeah.
You showed
you can
somebody claiming it, but you never actually played it on stream for people to hear.
Like nothing was contributed to this. Like your entire stream, Elara, could not have happened, and nothing would have been like better or worse. Actually, I think you made it worse for her and yourself. It has not been positive for anybody.
You also
Not
didn't
even
bring up
you.
mannerisms at all at any point in this stream. Up to this point where you're making fun of this guy, you never mentioned anything about mannerisms.
I never understand these kind of posts. I don't get it. Can we get some old
Yeah, it's true. I can see that you don't get it, ma'am.
Who did this person message? Yeah, did they message a mod? Like,
Why are you spending so much time on this?
This is classic Twitter. Oh, you're allowing death threats. Proof. Bruh. Okay, whatever.
I know, right? It's crazy when people ask for proof for an impossible thing, huh?
Brain cell Twitter user. Get BB. I get worked up because I'm just a little guy. I should learn my lesson for real, not just, oh fuck, I missed that. And not yap so much. Just Jerry, like, ask questions, you know? Ask for understanding. I think it's the biggest thing that my dad always taught me. Ask for understanding. Don't make assumptions. Like how my video was, right? Like, don't make assumptions. Like,
don't make us. Oh, real? Oh, you don't say.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's so funny because it's so hypocritical.
And I haven't even talked about her in so long. Like, it's been out of my mind.
Anyone who says educate yourself is automatically disqualifies the validity of your opinion.
I'm like, holy shit, again?
I agree.
But I see the point.
The problem with educate yourself is the only people who say that are the ones that don't actually know the answer to their own question.
They need the most education, in my opinion.
Twitter users, do I need
Yeah.
to make it like very clear, like how I feel about this? I can just artists who try to copy. Yeah. I also feel bad for the artists who work so hard to create.
I feel like there's a word for that.
Yeah, the artists definitely have something. You know, they have a right to say something. So. Yeah, that's true, Rick.
You have a right to say something, but don't say something if you're not educated.
Some of, the inspiration.
Which one is it?
Is she taking positive steps forward? Absolutely. So, give her
She met her
chance,
dad? Yes.
She hasn't made any steps forward.
Okay, give her a chance to make the amends. But I think that she overstepped, absolutely. I think that there's irrefutable evidence of that. That we have all.
No,
talked
there's
about.
not. What the fuck is irrefutable evidence to you?
You know what I mean? But
She's
I feel like
talking
this,
about Lola fucking
I'm
up.
even gonna go talk to Lola after this. I'm gonna say, Lola.
I know, but
Thank you so much for
still.
coming on the show. You know, I'm really hoping the best. And if you need something, Lola, to help you take a positive step forward, I'm here for you. And I think we should all be that way. You know, like, why can't we help somebody that's made a mistake? You know? Wait a second! Wait a second! I invented vtuber booba. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to remove those. Pomato, Aggie. Yeah, you're gonna have to take that off. Yeah, no, I own that. That's right, you're all copying me. And Red Claw especially. Red Claw especially.
See, now she's just making fun of people that think that she is plagiarizing Shiley.
Yeah.
invented it.
Not a defense at
Good
all.
She's
one.
gonna take accountability.
All it does is show that you're trying to defend her more,
In
honestly.
the interview, so give her a chance. Yeah, give her a chance. Give her a chance.
We gave her 3 chances. What do you mean? The time for chances is
I swear
over.
to God, I would call you right now, Scrap. Okay, bring it on. Like, I'll have you know, Red Claw. And chat, I don't have to say this out loud, but here we go. Red Claw is a copier of not only my Boopa, but also of Takahata. That's right, chat, because guess what? Takahata invented male VTubing. You fucking double copycat. That's right, Red. Oh God, he's calling me. Oh,
This
God,
is
he's
just
calling me.
sad at this
I feel
point.
like I should ignore this.
It's very
I should ignore
sad.
this.
You don't get to make the jokes about copying when you're defending the copycat.
You know, Red Claw.
You wanna go? You wanna go right now? You wanna do this?
Like, Red Claw, listen.
Oh, this is
Listen,
where
it's
she
not my
brings on
fault.
Red Claw.
It's not my fault that you copied male VTubing. It's your fault.
I am 66 million years old. I was here before any of you were even.
Oh man,
freaking
this is getting
concepts.
even more cringy. Holy
So what you're
shit.
saying is you copied the
Yeah.
man before time.
I lived it. I
So what
was
you're saying-
a little
you know, you're saying-
mom.
What you think is you lived it, so that way you know all the aspects, so you can copy it perfectly. I understand.
I swear to God, I swear to God, I will yeet you.
This
You
is
are a tiny
so
little elf.
cringy.
Those booba only give you so much weight. I will yeet you like a football.
What the fuck am I listening to right now?
Fine, chat, go long.
Well, I'm just like, oh my god.
What the hell?
Let me get your stuff on here, but how are you?
I'm doing good. I've been listening. I've been listening to everything.
Don't open your reactive Fugi on screen. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it's,
There you go. She closed it.
It's the thing of all time. It's the thing of all time.
It was the thing of all time.
Alara's gonna accidentally expose something on camera, if she hasn't already.
Yeah,
You're a
go for it.
Twitter user. What do you think about this whole situation?
Well, I got a little bit of flack for giving my opinion on this on the Twitter because Twitter's gonna Twitter.
Right, absolutely.
I think the thing is.
Can you put the gun down, by the way?
No, I'm holding chat hostage. I'm here now.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, they deserve it.
He is deviating it so much. It's so bad.
So I had the
Chat, how do you people listen to these voices? If any, like, diehard Elara fans are in the chat, how do you listen to this? Every
No, yeah,
stream.
literally. Literally, if you're an Elara fan, we don't know, please, explain. Maybe I'm just too stupid to know, but explain.
Like, how are you listening to this for 3 hours a day and just not going nuts? Also, somebody asked if the black spot on her face was a beauty mark. No, they're supposed to be piercings. She has, like, tons of different random kind of facial piercings on her model.
I know that's like a personal choice, but I do not like piercings like that. That's not a criticism, that's just a personal preference.
A lot of people overdo them, and they don't look very good.
Yeah.
opinion.
Me personally, I don't like piercings with it.
I'm forgetting the person that did that started the silhouette thing. He does not like me.
I want a
He does
belly
not like
button
me.
ring.
So first off, so I'll give you that warning. He's not a fan.
Yeah, but I will tell you this. When I was watching Rima last night, I forget that guy's name. But let me go find it. But Rima was saying that this guy is kind of like, he said some controversial stuff before. It's not.
That's even.
The first time that he's kind of done something like this.
So the thing is, I read everything he said.
What is she talking about?
100% real.
No idea.
I agree with everything he said.
Yeah, it's this post right in your chat.
Yeah, it's like
this
there's
one right
nothing. There's nothing wrong with what he said. My biggest issue was that, and chat, tell me if you agree with this. People on Twitter can be stupid. But would you? Is that a hot take? Is that a hot take that people on Twitter can be stupid?
No. I would say that you guys are on Twitter and you're stupid.
Twitter can be stupid.
That's not true. Nobody is dumb on Twitter. That's impossible.
Yeah, and so unfortunately, what a lot of people like to do.
Yep.
What a lot of people on Twitter like to do is they like to get a little something called confirmation bias. And so my big issue was that he did, like, this entire post is correct. Didn't need to use Lola as the example. Because
Lola is the one
That's not a fair point because the whole point was calling out Lola.
What? Excuse me?
In this post calling out Lola, it was not fair to use Lola as an example. What?
What galaxy brains take? What?
Also, he just randomly throws in confirmation bias without, like, any explanation how that applies at all. He just says, people are prone to confirmation bias, and then just, like, walks off without ever explaining it. Like, yeah, people are prone to confirmation bias. That's why it's called confirmation bias. Do you want to explain how that's related? Or, like, is there a step 2 to that, good sir?
The thing is, I'll be real. If we go by the silhouette, there are tons of VTubers whose silhouettes are close to Lily's. There are tons of silhouettes that, like, of VTubers that match everything. Like, he could have. I'll be real.
Would you like to name some?
This exact same argument using every male high school anime protagonist.
That's a good point. Have I shown you my silhouette?
That is the dumbest argument he makes in this whole thing. Is like, oh, we could use every male high school protagonist. Yes, that's because the point of them is that they look generic. That is literally the purpose of those characters. What are you talking about that that's a good example? Are you stupid?
Yes. The answer is yes.
But what about male high school protagonist? Yes, they're supposed to look very similar because they're literally built to be self-inserts. Like Kirito from Sword Art Online, literally built to be a self-insert. Duh, dude. How did you not know this?
I have seen your silhouette. I've seen your silhouette before too. So like that's the thing. So like that's the thing. Like he could have literally done it with that because and he says like
No, it wouldn't have worked then. They were calling her out. You're missing the entire point of why this exists.
There are people in this thread that actively are using his post as validation to attack.
Yeah,
That's not confirmation bias. Do you know what confirmation bias means?
Will you explain it to the chat?
See, what I think is happening is he seems to think confirmation bias is when somebody finds something that validates their position and just runs with it. To do like any other random thing. But confirmation bias is more like the thing that we are more prone to believe stuff that matches our current worldview. Like, I'm not getting political, but if you showed somebody a chart of statistics on like gun violence, people on the more left side would be more prone to believing numbers that put the numbers a lot higher without vetting those numbers because they are predisposed to not liking guns.
Yes.
That does not... If they go out and just like throw those... start throwing guns in the river because of those numbers, that act is not confirmation bias. That's not what confirmation bias means. Confirmation bias was just believing the numbers to start with. So the confirmation bias in this would be this Origumi person or whatever being like, oh, well, look at these two silhouettes that look similar. That would be the confirmation bias if it was applicable here. But he's saying, oh, people are using the fact that he pointed out they're similar, and that's the confirmation bias. That doesn't make sense.
That's not how this works, though. Who's putting guns in the river? Yes. That was an example, chat.
But yeah.
I didn't mention anybody in this criticism may help others, but you did. You literally mentioned it by putting their picture.
You put her in it. So yes, that's my issue. That was my entire issue with how he did that.
It's not an issue. That's you just being stupid.
What are you saying is 100% correct. That's been my biggest issue. You can point out these. You can absolutely point out these comparisons.
There's lots of stuff you can point out.
There's a lot of stuff. Like I said, like I will admit this. When all of this first began months ago with the 1.0, I defended Lola. I absolutely defended Lola.
Yeah,
and this time
I think a lot of people
really
did.
To defend the choices.
Absolutely. That is exactly how I feel about it. It's like 1.0. Absolutely. This one.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah. So like, but my thing was. My big criticism with how this happened is, I'm gonna be real. I feel like this is like the 4th or 5th time I've seen someone be attacked for being like the claim that they're like a Shy Lily knockoff. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen to people in this chat. I've seen people that are in this chat that have been attacked for this. Like I've seen like
and 4 of those times were Lola.
Actively say things like, if you're a Marine VTuber, you're knocking off Lily. So it makes it really hard for when people have. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say that this is effectively. God, what is it? I don't know the exact word for it. But basically just when somebody immediately goes to an extreme in order to defend their position. Because, like, it is irrefutable that Lola is just a Shy Lily recolor at this point. Outfits are the same, the mannerisms are the same, the accent is the same, everything.
He even says, I was inspired by this person.
Yes. But then he goes, well, sometimes they just say that somebody who just happens to be a water VTuber is a Shy Lily clone. Okay, well that's an extreme example and not many people are doing that, and that's also not what we're talking about right now. So I don't know why you brought that up. But he means the kind that lives in the water, he doesn't mean jarheads.
Lumi says she's scrolling through Lola's Twitter, can't find anything before February. Unless Twitter is glitching, she wiped everything. That's interesting.
Oh, we knew that.
I've seen it.
Extreme straw man, yeah, I think that works.
Valid criticisms, actually trying to help people
Right.
like Lola, when literally, for some people, the bar is literally anything that involves water is a knockoff of Shy Lily, and you have offended
Which
not
isn't
the
an
honor of
argument in
my
your
waifu,
favor.
and I will hunt you
No,
down.
it's not.
Because, chat, whether you want
The
to believe it or
honor
not,
of my waifu.
that is how Twitter is.
It's just so
absolutely how
dumb.
Twitter is.
Well, one thing that I wanted to kind of point you towards was
Chat, these people give me a headache.
just a little bit about the whole situation.
These
So obviously we just talked about that post, but the other thing that
their
kind of
cases
bothered
would
me
help
was he
prove
kinda used
actual
this as
examples.
this
I agree.
engagement, But I don't want to say this
Oh
was
yeah,
malicious.
that was the other thing. Oh no, that was
But
the
this
other thing.
kind
I
of was
messed
like,
Just give names or something.
Well, did you see what the follow-up tweet was?
yeah, I
This
realized that
guy's
everybody knows
follow-up
about
tweet.
character design process.
Oh no! I'm not talking about this one.
Oh.
I'm talking like literally after this, he literally said, "Hey, VTubers, do you want to know if your design is good or not? Why not submit it and I'll look at it on my stream."
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. If you're a VTuber, drop your PNG and your intent with it.
Oh yeah.
And also like a handful. I'm kind of like, this gave me a little bit of the ick.
Yeah, so
Even
that tells,
if-
yeah, that's what I mean.
was
Like, it
not,
was a
like,
shill. It was,
malicious.
like, in my opinion, whether it was malicious or not, like, no, you absolutely used this to size yourself up.
Yes! Oh my god. He used a trending issue to get eyes on his work. Holy shit!
Oh, yeah.
I
Hey, Lara,
wonder
do you wanna...
if dragging in a person that is currently trending 30 minutes with a 30-minute window to interview them, maybe that's using them for like content. Like holy
Oh, you know, I didn't think about that, but oh man, Elara, you might want to be quiet here. 'Cause I
she
think my
mentions
clock's
in her
getting onto
next stream that she brought Lola on with 30 minutes of notice. But she didn't plan the
really?
interview ahead of time.
you. Elara, you're so...
She
You're
was
so
like,
stupid.
"Hey Lola, want to come on my stream?" And Lola's like, "Yeah, let's do it in 30 minutes." And she just came. You can't call people out for using this for clout. That's what you use the interview for. Holy shit, woman.
Chat, I'm going to tell you right now, we do not do that. We try to get people at least a week in advance. One, because
Oh hell no,
not
I'll do the
everybody
shit
is
out of that. If I get like PewDiePie says, "Hey, I'll come on your stream in 5 minutes," I'm starting up a stream in 5 minutes. I don't care if I'm at work. I'll
Well-
VTube Studio from my fucking phone at work for 30 minutes.
What I'm saying is, like, when we need to cover it. Like, if it's something like that, fine. But like, if it's a serious interview where this is what you're doing, I would hope and pray that there is some like studying that we do, so that we don't just walk in and say, so be like, "Hey, how you doing? Did you plagiarize Shy Lily? No, okay, I'm gonna
No,
graze
I'm
you some
fine
more."
with us like bringing people on at random. It really doesn't bother me. It's
Mhm.
just I'm not going around condemning people for using shit for clout.
Mhm.
Like
Oh no, I know what you mean.
it's not the fact that she used the Lola thing for clout. It's that she used the Lola thing for clout and then an hour later is going, "Oh my god, all these people using the Lola thing for clout. How could you possibly do that? Like what kind of weirdo would do something like that?" You're the weirdo.
Maybe I'm the bad guy.
This is so dumb. Chat, this is why this person gives me like an aneurysm. This is so some of you might not have been here for yesterday, but something I mentioned is that when you are going through stuff like this, something you were supposed to be doing as like the quote the interviewer or whatever, or the person like us who's responding to it, is you're supposed to be making bullet points in your head, or if you really need to, write it down, of stuff that you think is going to be important later. Like if anytime somebody makes a big statement, like when Lola mentions that her accent is completely natural and she picked it up from her family, that's something you make a note of, because that is directly related to like allegations and stuff like that. And that's something Elara just never seems to do. Even for herself, she can't even like make notes on herself and her own behavior.
No, it's very bizarre.
Like you've got to be making these notes if you're going to be doing any kind of direct commentary on stuff. So later on you can be like, "Hey now, this much time ago you were preaching a completely different sermon."
Yeah, chat. This
And
that's
where I'm
not
like-
uncommon. People do that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Commentary YouTubers do it. Hell, I'm sure that we've done it at points, like when we've needed to. We did it yesterday for this.
Yeah. I don't know. It's wild that I know for a fact Elara is the same person that if somebody sent her a message where somebody said I didn't say that and they found a tweet like 30 years ago where they did say it, she'd be like, "Well, 30 years ago you actually did say that." And she'd use it as like a massive gotcha about against somebody.
She has.
Yeah. But you
She
can't remember
has.
something you said 10 minutes ago. Like it's just weird.
It's
Can you
selective.
really claim,
It's just
like you
selective.
were before, that this is meant to be super? It's meant for the pure goal of educating
I'm sticking
the
with my
masses.
theory about object
When
permanence.
you're
But
literally
it
using it to
definitely
plug,
comes off like,
when you're literally using it to plug yourself.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, and inherently, there's nothing necessarily
That
wrong
Lily did, or excuse me,
about
that
doing stuff like
that
that,
Lara
but the
did.
fact that he used her specifically
yeah, like
in his
I
post
have
and
a,
then said, "Oh,
I have
I'm
a
not going
policy.
after her."
Yeah, I have
That's
a
the problem.
policy of you can make these points without basically pointing to the person that's getting death threats. And like
Yeah.
chat, whether you want to believe or not that the death threats are real.
Chat,
I don't
if
believe it.
you did not know who Shy Lily or Small Lola was, and you saw this tweet that they're showing on screen right now, would you know that it was about Small Lola? How would you know it's about Small Lola? Because they're saying, oh, they used her in the example and got her harassment for this and death threats and da 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 da. People who already know who Small Lola is are not learning about her through this tweet.
No.
And people who don't know who she is, they're not going to learn who she is through a black silhouette. That, like, none of this they're saying is applicable to this guy. I don't know why they're harping on this so hard, but they have not thought this process through more than like 2 steps.
It goes back to, why are you defending this girl so hard? Like, okay, obviously, death threats are wrong, and like we said yesterday, shout them out. But why are you glazing so hard for this girl that you know nothing about?
Yeah, and it's
Or
one
at
of
least
those
act
things
like.
like, yes, death threats are wrong. They're not an immediately like gotcha for all of your bad behavior. Like,
Mhm.
you can't get called out for doing something super unethical and then just go, oh, but I'm getting death threats. Am I giving you the death threats? Oh, I'm not? Okay, so I can still call you out for being a piece of shit.
Yes.
I'm not the one doing it. Yeah, it sucks you're getting death threats. Congratulations. I get them too sometimes. I'm not the one sending them to you, so I don't care.
And we will post them whenever we see them.
Yeah, like,
Because
just
we name and
post
shame.
them. I don't understand what's with VTubers. And like, oh, I'm getting death threats, but I don't want to share them for privacy reasons. What privacy reasons? Why are you protecting the privacy of somebody who sent you death threats? Please explain. Is it because they don't really exist? Because I can tell you
It's a good
guys,
point.
I have had points on Twitter where even our last big controversy where everybody was trying to cancel us, we had literally hundreds of thousands of impressions on our tweets and stuff. People constantly talking shit about us for like multiple days in a row. We got like 2 or 3 death threats total.
Mhm.
Like, just
I was kind of surprised
days
it was that
and
little.
yeah, but that's how it really is. Like, people try and put it up like, oh, you just get death threats constantly. No, most of the time, if somebody gets like 50 death threats all at once, it's a single person doing it.
Mhm.
It is very rarely that you actually get a mass amount of death threats from a bunch of different people. If you're getting a ton all at once, it's probably just one guy.
With like all of his alt accounts.
Yeah, it's probably one guy with a bunch of alt accounts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I can agree with that. I agree.
Like, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Because literally, I saw people in this thread actively trying to justify them with the classic defense of, well, that's the internet for you.
That's not
That's the
justifying
internet for
them.
you. Which is a terrible excuse to be terrible. I'm sorry.
That's the internet for you, Red Claw.
And then we're gonna go
Murder
break out some
somebody.
gators.
Yeah, murder somebody. That's the internet, Red Claw.
That's the internet. Like, I guess, like, my point is, like,
Oh my god.
I think my overall takeaway from this was, did Lola mess up? I would say yes. I think
Yes.
I would very much like to see the conversation with the. I would very much like to have a conversation with the artist. I would very much like to have a conversation with the artist and be like, okay, what was the design philosophy? How much of this was you making choices? How much of it was Lola's requests and things like that? Because it's a process. Like it's a process figuring this out.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, right, Claw, or same with chat. I did reach out to the artist to get some extra information. They're kind of having some IRL stuff going on, so I don't have any answers for that. But you know, I'll certainly update you if they do decide to speak about it or anything, because I understand that, like, it is a process, and I would love to know the verification as far as it goes with references and things like that. So.
Wait, Ronan,
Really glad I never watched
I
Red
legitimately
Claw.
do not know what you're talking about. What posts are you talking about that I said to make use people to get to my stream?
Don't forget when they tend to do off on acts of crimes against
Oh,
their
now they're
families.
back to fighting
that's
with
just
chat.
wrong, you know?
Yeah, like,
I mean-
that's just wrong. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ronan. I'm legitimately confused by what you're stating. But okay. Oh, not this guy. Okay, sorry.
okay,
I was very confused. I was like, wait, what did I say? I'm very confused.
Red Claw's about to fucking lose it. We're gonna think, oh my god, we're not doing it again.
No, it's more so.
Thank you for the
ADHD
lurk,
short-term
chat.
Memory is a thing, y'all.
So Red Claw, I got you here. And I got a question for you because I feel like this is
Ask your
something we
question.
haven't talked about yet. And same for you, chat. So let me know. What do you think is the direction forward for small Lola right now? Like, what does she need to do going forward?
Oh
What is
my
the
God.
right path?
New model.
So right now, the biggest thing, is I do agree. She needs to put.
Why is the music so loud? You're gonna have to ask Elara on that one.
Yeah, chat, this is not our fault. Elara decided to make it so unbearably loud.
Alara's music is so bad, I chose not to play my own music for these two streams.
Offered a great redesign, like offers. And
I
from
swear.
what Lola says is true.
Turn it down.
I do think.
I know it's screaming at nothing, but turn it down, woman.
Necessary. I wouldn't even say do a full rebrand, but I'd say like take advantage of the fact that there are people who are actively in a positive way trying to help you and not just yelling but you have to change everything.
Okay, so here is a personal complaint that I want to bring up with these two. Why are you guys and all these other people working so hard to help Lola in a positive way when she is actively, like, plagiarized, specifically Shy Lily, 3 times now, instead of any other, like, regular VTuber? Because that's the problem. You're trying to prop her up as one of the big VTubers of your little group, when you could be using that energy for any other person that was already original.
Yeah, chat, like, I'm not saying there's a conspiracy here, but there might be. Like, why the fuck do they care so much?
Yeah.
It's either like there's a conspiracy or they are just so stupid that they are defending one random person that doesn't deserve it. They put themselves in a corner and now they have to do it. Because I've met people that have done that, where they are so bad, they are so down bad with their opinion, but they have to defend it because that's the corner they put themselves in. So,
yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, you can look at, like, the Lola issue, and there's literally a million different small VTubers you could be backing up instead. You just actively choose not to. And I do genuinely think that's kind of a problem. Like, I'm not going to fault somebody for only hanging out with, like, larger people, but I will fault people for only choosing smaller people that they think they can use. I think at that point it's a lot more, I don't want to use the word problematic, but it's problematic to me.
yeah.
I just don't like it. Just, with your size, just take an actual indie VTuber that's completely original and prop them up instead of constantly running defense for Lola. This is just dumb.
It is. It's mind-bogglingly stupid.
everything and acknowledge that you're a thief and like that's not gonna help her at all. If anything, all that's going to do like let me put it this way, chat.
She's not a thief.
She's like,
She's genuinely not a thief.
Because I see a lot of people in chat who are like yelling like, I want accountability. Do you?
Yes.
Well, I mean, but here's the
Yes.
thing, Mark, well, she gave accountability on the stream.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm still
She
saying
did
like,
not.
accountability. So that raises the question: what is accountability to?
When is enough enough?
Like, when
Accountability
when
is,
when
yes,
is
I
enough
plagiarized
enough?
her.
Because for some
Yes,
people,
I
I've
am
seen this on
wrong.
Twitter,
Yes,
especially
I will
on
make
Twitter.
amends. I am sorry,
Accountability
Shy
is
Lily.
Acknowledge the thing
Yeah.
that I think that you did, and then disappear for all eternity.
She did not, like, that's the thing that boggles my mind is she has not
See, this
apologized
is-
to Shy Lily.
Red Claw said a thing that is always my problem with these guys and how they talk about this stuff. And he says their version of accountability is admit to what I want you to admit to and then disappear forever. I will give you most people's version of accountability is admit to the thing I want you to admit to. However, it's not the second part. The problem is with you guys and like your whole little community is people never get that first part. And you'll constantly be like, oh, I can't give them that first part because they'll never stop there. It's like, how do you know? Because you've literally never given people just like that base amount of owning up to your behavior ever.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
Thank you for the follow, strongest power. So, like, to use an example, my big issue with like Elara is I have directly called her out on stuff with clips proving that she said what she said. And she goes, oh, that's out of context. What part of it's out of context? It's just out of context. And she just won't even
Okay.
admit to it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm going to still have a problem with you because you won't just own up to what you even said. And if we get to her second stream tonight, the entire thing is her just denying everything she said in this stream. It's bizarre. It's so weird. Red Claw is sucking up to Elara. I don't think he has to. I think they're already like in a little group.
I think that Red Claw is bigger than her.
Literally all you want
I
is
don't
for
know.
her to disappear.
Yeah,
That doesn't help her. And like,
well, that doesn't help anybody. This
doesn't
is
help anyone.
I think their whole little group
Twitter
is very
mindset where
incestuous with
we're
followers.
not allowing a human to be a human, right? Like, where is the thought process of like,
Yeah.
your fellow man and woman? Like,
No, yeah.
guys, we're
Exactly.
human.
That's why
we
I'm
make
okay,
mistakes.
because I don't want
Nobody's
their
perfect.
followers.
Why do we always
Yeah.
have to go after these?
Their followers all give money to each other. I don't want their
person in the air
followers.
and Just cancel everybody that makes a mistake. Like,
Your
is this a
followers
mistake
are just as
for
bad as
stuff
you
that she's
are.
done? Yes. Can she learn from it, grow, and become better? Yes.
Absolutely.
Give her the
There's-
chance to do it.
Yes, I
Red
agree.
Claw's blazing her, yeah.
Want her to do better, and then forbid
100%.
them from doing better. So,
Yeah,
like I
that's
said,
always how it is, though.
Yeah, like if I was in this situation, I would.
Chat, as a lewd tuber, I love the fact that glazing somehow ended up in like the Zoomer lexicon at some point. Because all I can think of with glazing is like coating somebody with cum.
That glaze, given that hot glaze there.
And maybe that's where glazing is like a
You know what?
term
I'll look it
came
up here in just a
from.
moment.
But I love that it's made it into the lexicon.
I will look on Urban Dictionary to see what the origins are.
I would private the Twitter for a little bit. Real talk, 2 weeks maybe. 2 weeks of private Twitter.
Right.
Definitely go with a redesign.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I wouldn't even say a full rebrand is necessary.
No, like
I do not believe
Owl
the-
Apollo has. Like, this is perfect for the model.
Like this, like I think like this is perfect. Like literally something as simple as this. I'll be
MizuhanaOshibe mindset.
That was a bit of a stretch in my opinion. That was a little bit of a
Yeah,
stretch. Like I saw the similarity.
It was a little bit.
Urban Dictionary says that glazing is meat riding or sucking up to somebody. Kid to LeBron James. Hi, LeBron. Oh gosh, I love you. I love you. I love you. You're the GOAT and I love you so much.
That's not
That is
origins,
glazing.
that's just explaining what glazing is.
Oh, fair enough.
When they were kind of talking about it, right?
We knew what it was.
You know, where they might draw that. Now, the 1.0
Where does it
logo.
come from?
The 1.0
Okay.
logo, absolutely.
Yeah, I
was
get
like,
that. So,
yeah, that's
so I
pushing
mean,
it.
It comes from
let me ask
TikTok.
you a question. She didn't learn the first
I
two
could have told
times,
you that too, yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, yes, I know that she made. Yes, she has made that mistake, and obviously she is, moving forward by taking steps forward. But let me ask you a question, Ami. Have you ever messed up something multiple times? And it
No, Elara. Most of us learn from the first time. Most of us, when we put our hand on the heater, on the stove, we go, ow, that's hot. And we don't do it again because we can remember stuff that happened.
Okay, I found the supposed origin. It comes from Know Your Meme glazing. On November 24th, 2021, user Wrath Hughes quoted a retweet from a Twitter user who captioned a photo of Donald Trump and Kyle Rittenhouse with "he dick writing." Twitter user quote retweeted instead saying he glazing and received 6 likes in 13 months. Is the first known use of the slang term glazing online.
Oh, thank you for the care package, Burb. I'll do a quick sippy sip. Akko should do a
There
sippy
you
sip
go.
if she has water
I
too.
have lemonade. I have lemonade. I will take some.
Close enough. Is Elara trans?
I don't know. Maybe.
Elara, as far as I'm aware,
matter.
says they are not trans. It does not necessarily matter if they are or they aren't. However, as somebody that was trans for many years and hung out in trans-specific discords, she has a lot of red flags.
Yeah. And as somebody who is not really an expert but knows a lot about voice changing and voice modulation, yeah, I don't believe her when she says she has an original. That's her original voice.
I don't like
will not
seeing
believe
clique
it.
behavior. See, I think it's weird that we're willing to talk to everybody, even though we openly like call ourselves the mean girls.
Oh yeah, I'll
But-
talk to people. I'll tell them to their face I don't like them.
But then all of these people that are like constantly going on about how nice they are the actual like little mean girl cliques that have like a secret little blacklist of people they won't talk to.
Did people forgive you, or did people allow you to learn? Yeah, they did. So yes, while you don't have to believe in her and you don't have to support her anymore, at least allow her an opportunity to do better.
But how do you mess up again? Well, Ronan, to quote famous actor Nicolas Cage, who was quoting famous technological thief Thomas Edison, when he went through 1,000 ways to figure out how to make a
What?
light bulb, and when asked like how did it feel to fail 1,000 times, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I just found 1,000 ways how to not make a light bulb. Failing
What?
is
Exactly.
the human."
That was a very Zoomer explanation to say Thomas Edison said this. Holy crap.
It was also just wrong. So I don't know what he's trying to go with here, but it is correct. You can not do something correctly multiple times. However, it's not that she is failing to be original multiple times. It's she is failing to specifically not copy Shy Lily multiple times. It'd be like if you wanted a real example and we wanted to stick with your stupid light bulb, it's not failed to make the light bulb 1,000 times. It's constantly kept making the light bulb the exact same way every single time and couldn't figure out why it wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think
the
they're
same thing again. I don't know why it's not working.
I don't know if they're just
Good.
dumb or they're not understanding what chat is trying to tell them. But it's not that she is screwing up the same issue multiple times. It's that she's screwing up in the exact same way every single time and never learning from it. So when she says, "Oh, don't worry, I learned from it this time," nobody's gonna believe her because she didn't learn from it the other 2 times.
No.
There's no reason to assume she learned from it this time. And that's assuming she's telling the truth about wanting to learn from it. A lot of us don't believe she's telling the truth about wanting to learn from it.
I don't either. Honestly, I think she's going to do it again. I don't know if I don't know if she's actually going to be that stupid. The Lola girl.
I think she
but-
will be.
Nature is literally just
think she will be?
constantly effing up.
I tried to never make the same mistake, of course, but
Oh.
everybody's not the same.
Everyone's
Omni,
not the
like, yeah, we're different. It takes some people more
Stop
time to
repeating
fuck
each
up
other's
than
shit.
listen. I mean, look at, like, okay, let's take an example of somebody that went to jail like 5 times and then turned over their life. Did you look at them at the 2nd time and go, or the 3rd time and go, "Oh, well, you've been in here enough times, you know, we hate you and we're never gonna give you another chance." But on the 5th time, he proved you wrong. You know what I mean? Like, people make mistakes, and it takes people a different amount of time to.
I hate when
things
people
right
say that
sometimes.
like criminals are just making mistakes. No, they're making choices. Because they are harming other people. I'm not gonna let you do this. Like, oh, they just made a little mistake thing. They murdered 3 people.
The exact sound of
They-
like Shy Lily's voice and accent
Like-
however,
Exactly.
Intentional. We we've already addressed this quite a bit, Luna, but I'll say it one more time. Small Lula has already said that her inspiration of copying certain elements is intentional, and she said that on stream. So she's already stated it's intentional. I think the difference is.
Yeah, but you keep using the word inspiration. It's not inspiration. It's copying.
Yeah, that's the true question. And in that regard, none of us will like if you want like a clear cut answer. Is she malicious or not? You're never gonna get it. We're never going to know. We will absolutely unless
I disagree.
Leaks from Lola saying, "Mwahahaha, I am going to become a carbon clone of Shy Lily so that everyone will love me." Like
you two are
no,
so
you're
dumb.
never gonna know.
Yeah. I fooled you all.
And I thought that I sounded crazy.
You're not gonna get it.
Oh my god.
Because I listened to myself back on the podcast and I'm like, man, I sound unhinged.
Like, I don't know what professional job you're working, but I've made way more than 3 mistakes in my professional setting, and did not.
I've worked retail, I've worked corporate,
Yeah.
I've done, like, if anyone tells you if you mess up 3 times you're fired, get a better job.
Yeah, who are you working for? Like,
get a better job.
yeah, it sounds like you're working.
I'm gonna teach you guys something that you probably didn't know. Not you guys in chat. I'm assuming you guys in chat know. I'm talking to Elara and Redclaw here. Most jobs have a policy that you get to fuck up an issue 1 time. And that they will tell you, okay, we understand you fucked up this particular part of the job. This is how you do it correctly. If you fuck up that particular part of the job again, you're done. That's a write-up. I don't know where they're getting this. If your job says 3 strikes, you're out, and that's a bad job. The average job is 1 strike, and you start getting written up. You get 1 free fuck up on any particular issue. And if you continually fuck up that issue, you are getting write-ups. I don't know what job you guys have worked where it doesn't work like that, but that is the average job.
Chad, let me educate you on my delivery job. If I run a red light, I get written up, and I deserve to be written up because running a red light is not only against the law, I could accidentally kill somebody with my massive truck that I drive every single day. So I don't know what these people are spouting. It is 3 strikes and you're out in most jobs, especially in the jobs where you can very easily hurt people where you're working. So I don't know what job they're working, but holy fuck, do I want to work that job? Because I would love to work a job where I don't have to worry about getting fired like every single day because I'm driving around when I drive. Man.
Burb in the Twitch chat also mentioned that there's also a lot of places, because I feel like my job is nice, where they give you, in any particular issue, you get 1 fuck up on that particular issue, and then you get a chance to correct it. But most jobs really are, you get 1 fuck up in general, and then any fuck ups after that, you get a write up. And if you get 3 write ups, you're just fired.
And in some jobs, maybe most of them, they actually let those lapse eventually. Like you get 90 days, and then any write ups are basically expunged.
Yeah.
And then you get to start over, which is kind of nice. I think most jobs will do that.
This is just like such a very specific, bizarre thing that they've thought to say, that makes me feel like they really are just trapped in a very privileged bubble. Because no, the average person will tell you that depending on the job, 1 fuck up and you're out. Some jobs they'll teach you how to do something, and then if you just don't do it right, even 1 time, they just get rid of you.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where you guys got this idea that you can go into just any job and just fuck up constantly, and they're like, oh no, it's okay, you're learning. OSHA was written in blood.
See, chat, nobody here likes OSHA.
That's one. There's a
like
lot of places that if you fuck up your OSHA requirements, they just get rid of you. Because they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, chat. Do you know how, as somebody who's been on the managerial side of things, do you know how easy it is for OSHA to shut down an entire company because of 1 person? All right? Like at my company right now, we got in trouble because we didn't follow some specific safety requirements for doing proper inspections. They threatened to shut down the company. And that wasn't the workers' fault. That was the fact that we didn't get proper training on it. So OSHA can shut down entire companies because of 1 person's fuck ups.
Yeah.
I don't know where these people are talking about. I want to know what jobs these people are working, because they have obviously not worked manual labor jobs. Because if they did, they would know that this sounds fucking bullshit.
Well, here's my thing, right? I think you have like 3 types of jobs. You have genuinely bad job, which is 1 fuck up and you're out. You have standard job, which is 3 writtens and you're out. And then you have nepotism hire, which is the one they're talking about where you can fuck up infinitely and just get away with it. If you
Those
are
are bad
screwing
jobs,
up your
too.
job constantly and getting away with it, you're nepotism hire. I'm telling you that to your face.
Nepo baby.
If both of you are saying that you have a job where you constantly screw up and never get in trouble for it, you're nepo babies. I'm gonna maintain that.
Yeah, Laura, tell me what job you work, because holy
A mass
shit,
murderer or something,
you
like,
sound so
oh,
privileged.
Maybe criminal minds, like I don't know.
Maybe Criminal Minds.
Boss's side hoe.
Good, then let her. Give her a chance to do that, but also like, you don't have to support her, and that's fine. Like, I just think on like a person-to-person, like humanity, like looking at each other.
Random tangent. I worked for one of the big box stores, not gonna say which one, and I accidentally got our cool boss fired because somebody asked me where he had gone, like one of the higher up managers, and I just pointed out where he went. Turns out every day at like 11 o'clock, he took one of the girls that worked in a different part of the store and they'd have sex in the bathroom for like an hour straight.
And you didn't know that?
No. I was a good little worker. I was constantly focusing on my work. So he would be like, "Hey, I'm going to go to the back room." And I just like, yeah, he went into the back room. He's right over there. I genuinely felt a little bad that he got fired because he was the kind of boss that like our store sold candies at it. We sold tons of things, but we had candies, and whenever, like every morning or every other morning, he would kind of walk up to like the group of us and be like, "Hey guys," and he'd rip the bag open. He'd be like, "Whoops, guess it's damaged. Well, don't want it to go to waste. You guys can have some." Oh, it was great. I felt bad.
That's awesome.
Same chick all the time? Yeah, same chick every time. She got fired the same day and then started working for the building next to us. It was funny because she didn't really go very far.
They're like, yeah, we fuck up. Give them a chance to make it right. They admitted they were wrong. On multiple accounts, by the way. They didn't come here and go.
It was always
"Oh, fuck,
awkward
you-
seeing her
you're
because
all
she was
wrong."
working for an
Double down,
electronics
right?
store, so I was
They
in
said
there
they
all
were
the
wrong, they
time.
want to do better. And to me, that speaks volumes.
As an artist is inherently
You could have been like, "Hey, you still
design
fucking
art
him?"
that's never okay,
Yeah.
And if it even was just a model she sold
No wonder he was chill. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Oh, you got a big ring?
Yo,
I'd be very chill after that.
We were just talking about
We were
you.
just talking about you and how based you are. Let's go.
Speak of the sun droplets. All right, I'm gonna roll the raid video. Thank you so much, Apollo.
What?
Red Claw, stop talking.
Imagine if she gets like imagine if she gets a raid during this interview. Is she gonna roll this? What the fuck? This is
Thank you so much for the raid.
Okay,
mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
not the
point
interview
out
anymore.
that in her like little raid video, one of the things it says is "and plenty of sus." I don't know like what her history is with like being like sus or lewd or whatever. All I've seen of her ever about being sus, other than "oh, my titties are so big," was her comments earlier in the stream where she tried to say like her and chat were gonna have an orgy, and I was like, it was the most awkward thing I'd ever heard. Like it sounded like somebody who had never talked sexually to anyone in their life before.
What are we talking about? We're talking about how bad of an interview this was.
And then we're just kind of making fun of her because this whole thing is cringe.
We had small little on a little bit earlier, and we were
As
talking
is
about
our
the whole
First
situation,
Amendment
so
right.
I love your redesign. It is so
Absolutely
beautiful.
fantastic.
She said she DM'd you, so I hope.
Can I point out that one of the things she has bookmarked up here is called Color Picker Online?
Yeah, Laura, can you please like I create folders for all of my I have a bunch of bookmarks. I put them in folders so people don't see them. Because like, what if you accidentally have like a family like picture bookmark on there? Oh,
I also noticed that she has this one that says VTS React, I'm pretty sure that's the Fujitech logo. Why are you
Yes, that's
typing in
Fujitech.
Fujitech if you and searching it on Google if you have it like bookmarked?
You're right. You're right. Why did she do that? That's what bookmark.
I'm just confused by some of these. She's also got like 2 different VTuber Smasher passes, 2 different tier lists. She's specifically bookmarked somebody's Twitch, which I guess is probably like a close friends of hers. I'm just... It's just weird bookmarks. At least
Galileo says that
do
Elara
bookmarks like
used to-
mine. It's all like Final Fantasy guides and porn.
Galileo says that Elara wanted to be a safe, so wholesome streamer that would make innuendo jokes and everything. Now and then it didn't last long. Well, that's funny. That's kind of what happened to me.
Oh shit, here we go.
I can't.
What the hell is
Alright, Chad,
this?
you know what time it
Doom
is?
Horizons.
Rip it there, baby!
I know, but like, is this part of her raid thing?
Hashtag Meteor the Dino cancel wreck ball.
Joke's on you. I mastered my timing and I did my
Is this part of her raid? What the fuck?
You did a perfect parry.
Perfect
I love
parry.
that.
Invincibility for him.
She has a color picker? Yeah, she has a color picker bookmark. I don't know what that's
Have you played
about.
Elden Ring?
I did, and that's what I learned. I'm not the best at Soulsborne games.
So apparently there's a boss in there, Radon. He comes down from the sky as a giant meteor. Apparently you
What do you mean? How do you not know who Radon is? He's like the... If you can know nothing about Elden Ring and you know who fucking Radon is. Because everybody loves the gravity horse. Like, what do you mean you have to explain who he is?
you can't actually parry it. So you're not lying. You can't actually parry a meteor.
Yep. Look, it's doable. It's doable. I have done it. I have done it. I dodged a meteor that was the size
I've
of Mount
done it.
Everest.
Multiple
Didn't she get
times.
caught blackfacing? She did, and it was funny.
She did.
Bro,
I felt bad for her.
that's great.
Not
Real talk,
anymore.
Apollo, like we were saying, like your redesign was fantastic. Your redesign was fantastic. Going back to that question that someone said like earlier about like how like like taking design elements is intentionally like
Hide your
okay, so
tabs,
I understand
woman.
that mindset. I understand that mindset. Like when you're an artist,
What is this
you try
Google
your hardest to
Drive
make sure you're
tab
not,
that
like,
says
even if you have
Yumi Def?
inspirations, you are not actively trying to swipe anything
Where?
from them. Like
The one in the center. Between the Smasher Pass and the LEVT.
Oh,
It's
I don't know.
a Google Drive that says Yumi Def 01.
I missed the part beginning, but did these two see the part that small design where yeah, we did see the part where Lola's design was taken from a gacha game.
I don't
That
know
nobody's
100% know if
apparently
I
talking
agree with
about.
it just yet, but I'm willing to hear people out more on that.
I mean, like the colors are so close. It's
Like,
it's
for real or just at a 10? She claimed that it was a dark elf toggle, but...
Can you like find pictures of it?
Yeah, I could maybe see it.
All right. Hold on, chat. We're gonna elucidate you. All right, because here's the thing. I didn't see it, and I felt bad for her. I thought, oh, maybe they were just because like chat, I'm tanned here. All right, I can relate, but no, it was not just tan. I was taken aback so hard.
Okay, here we
Japanese
go.
dark elf or drow. We'll show you here in just a moment.
There you go, chat.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Are dark elves grayish? It depends.
So here is the thing. Let me see if I can do this really quick. Does she still have
No,
the
no, that
tweet
wasn't
up?
it. That
No.
wasn't it.
That was one of them. Here, I'm trying to pull up the other one.
Here, I think I found one of the pictures. This is a thumbnail. But that was it.
Here, we also have this one, chat. What was it?
I put it in shooting the shit.
I'll see if you got a different one than the one I found. Oh yeah, there was that one too, I forgot. So yeah, chat. There was also this
Okay.
one.
Oh, it's another VTuber that made that video. Oh my gosh. See, the problem is I don't know which one it is now, but I could believe all of them.
Well, they're all hers at different points. Here's the thing, chat. We would agree that this could be like a nothing burger type thing. The problem is who is doing it would never allow this for anybody else. Right? It's one thing to be, because I've publicly gone on record that saying I think your model can be any color and I don't care. But it's a different when somebody who genuinely believes blackface is a thing goes around and starts doing this. As in, like, thinks you can do virtual blackface. Which I'm in the affirmative camp that you cannot virtual blackface.
No.
It's a tightrope. It's a tightrope between basic, like, having strong inspirations, having strong things that, like, this like, gave me ideas for my own thing.
Any color?
Any color?
Straight up
Nah.
copying them. It's difficult. That is also
That's
why I
great.
said earlier, I would love to have the conversation with the artist.
Oh,
I
and
wanna know
Zahara,
how
that's
much of
great.
the design was, how much of the design work came from the artist, how much of it was Lola asking for specific things. Like, it's
Not to say we hate chat. We think that we love all shades of colors here.
That is
All
very
right.
much my question as well. Like, I want to know what
I used to have a dark skin model. I was thinking of making mine darker, but I decided against it.
And then the other thing also is there will also always be people claiming you're a knockoff of something. Like,
Oh, that's true.
some context. Like, this isn't my actual model. This is a fun PNG made from my friend Demon Queen BB.
Some people
My
did say I
actual
was
model is
Marina
a
knockoff
little
until I
secret.
changed, until my hair
I'm called a
looks
knockoff of
better.
Glavenus from Monster Hunter.
Now you can't say that.
Ironically.
Really?
Yes,
Luna,
I've
can you
been-
drop me that link, please? Yeah, I'd love to look at that. Sorry, please continue.
No, you're good. No, but the point is, like, literally, like, me, I was, like, unironically, Zap, I was literally called a Monster Hunter knockoff. I've been called Glavenus, I've been called Anjanath, when, like, it's all explicitly because I'm a dinosaur. There will always be
No one
people
cares.
who
No.
will always try to claim that
There's
you're a
no
knockoff
meaningful
someone
number of
else.
people calling you a
Like,
knockoff.
So, like, that's another thing.
No.
It's
It's
it
just
doesn't
like,
matter how original she tries to
it
be.
doesn't
That's
work.
that's why I'm going back to earlier.
This is something that really annoys me with like these kind of arguments is they're like, well, one person said this about me. Yeah, one person. There's no like meaningful number of people accusing you of this. Everybody can see that Lola copied. There isn't a single person, even you guys, who can go, yeah, no, it doesn't look like it at all. It's such a stupid argument.
Yeah, Chad, if it's just like one or two people, those are shit trolls, all right? Or people with bad taste. If everybody is saying it, there's a problem. A pretty big problem.
Do not believe people are calling him Galvanus or Anjanath knockoff. He isn't even the right color. Yeah. Galvanus is blue. Yeah, no. If it's blue,
Okay,
we're not even close.
Well, then it's fake fans of the game if they are calling him that. But not at this point, I don't even believe it.
I'll be honest, as somebody who is only tangentially involved in Monster Hunter but has played all the way through World and Rise, if anybody was brought up Galvanus at all, they probably know a thing or two about the series, which is why I don't believe anybody brought it up. I would have been okay with Lola if she said, yes, I copied her, so what? I'd probably have more respect for her if she did that.
I would too. I would still say she'd need to change it. But the fact that she's unwilling to admit means she's unwilling to actually change anything.
Pickle Dino? You're thinking of Devil Joe.
It doesn't matter how original, it doesn't matter how different the next redesign will be. There will always be people that will still call her Shy Lily knockoff.
But she's literally a Shy Lily knockoff.
Okay, so there's actually.
Here's the thing. If you use this argument of, well, it's okay because somebody's always going to accuse you of copying someone, that means that you can never copy anyone. You have to, like, think how far ahead your argument actually goes. So if your entire argument is somebody will always accuse you, so it's always irrelevant, then that means there's no such thing as plagiarism anymore.
With that in mind, chat, I'd like to let you know that I'm going to change to a dark elf with nice long pointy ears, long blonde hair, and even bigger tits. And Elara can't call me a copycat for that reason.
A lot of this could be dismissed by saying "and." Pretty much, yeah, that's what I've been saying the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, somebody accused you of being a knockoff, and we're not talking about you. We're talking about Lola.
There's a new post.
Like, it's
This
such a
came out
dumb
few minutes ago,
argument.
Okay.
From the 1.0 model mama. So let's take a look, chat. So here we have from Anonymous, who says, I'm her first model mama, and I feel so bad that all of this is happening. I mean, she before asked me if I can redesign her model, so I did. This is her changing the idea of the design of her current model. I'm sad about the first Lola is now Shy Lola. Yeah, so Missy make it look more 3D, and here's some stuff right here where she puts some notes and so on and so forth. So I think that he's kind of confirming, like, you know, hey, yeah, it got changed far beyond what she wanted. Let me read this again.
Wait, my brain's farting. So wait, it got further from what the artist wanted or what Lola wanted?
Yeah, let me read.
Here, she says, I am her first model mama. I feel so bad that all of this is happening. I mean, before she before asked me if I could redesign her model, so I did. This was her idea of the design of her current model. I'm sad that the first Lola is now Shy Lola.
Read this again. So I feel so bad that all of this is happening. I mean, she before asked me if I can redesign her model, so I did. This was her idea.
Her first model mama obviously doesn't speak English, so it would be it would have been good for you to have messaging her before stream for clarification.
Yeah, this was the design.
Okay, got it.
So it looks like this was the original design, but unfortunately, a lot of this got changed to. To this. Is what it seems like. This is how I take it. What do you think, chat? Tipping the tea. Thank you for the post, by the way.
I'm like reading through all the artist notes. I find stuff like this fascinating. I like seeing how other artists work.
I think this is her notes, maybe, that she sent here.
Yeah,
she asked me if I could redesign her model, so I did. I'm sad that this first Lola's now Shy Lola, so I guess this was like what was intended for 1.0, like redesign. And this is, of course, what we got in the end. Yeah, I love the bodysuit though.
Now it's Deltarune. No, not Deltarune.
The bodysuit's like a nice like summer like swim fit outfit. That
It's just regular Undertale. It's Death by Glamour.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
I like that you memorized all the names.
Like, I agree with
It's a good song.
Oh, it is a good song. I'm not going to disagree. It's just not the one I memorized other songs' names.
From Lily, but now here we are. Yeah, because this was the original.
Yes, like,
right
this
here.
was the original, but then we got more of the.
It's Metaton's song.
So actually, like, this makes sense that she said that. So I know that was a big, like, kind of sticking point. So this actually proves that she was telling the truth.
Yeah.
It was, Princess. I feel like I need to put a pin post, like, she addressed the accent change.
like literally, you're gonna literally you know like how YouTube has like the.
But she didn't though. That's why people keep asking you.
She dismissed the question by saying, "Well, it's my real voice," but it's not your real voice.
I like Asgard's theme. Asgard's theme is pretty good.
My favorite is the Asriel Dreamer theme.
Yeah, they called her Shy Lola. That's ruthless, especially since
I like the core theme. Sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah, I do want to hear from her actual like 2.0. That's my biggest thing. So, which we may never hear from her, and that's okay.
Yeah, we may never.
Okay.
No, it's not okay.
Hear you here? You don't have to edit that video from yesterday. Yeah,
Small Lola should get an identical model to Elara.
That's out the door for sure.
And they can apply to any color together.
No. If they do, that is no.
That'd be wild.
Like, what's it called? Like, as like when you're an art, like when
is this sped up? Yes.
Like a specific.
You do not want it on 1.25
They
speed.
want you to do like you can give like your counsel. You can give your opinion, but at the end of the day, you are getting paid to do X.
Yeah, not informing them of information like that. That is a huge.
Yeah, that's
huge no, get in trouble. Yeah, like so, that's very bad.
So like right now, I am working on a model for Tricky Week. I'm working on a model for Tricky Week right now. And like imagine if like I decided, you know what? I'm changing Tricky's colors. Tricky is now going to be Chartreuse.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I just don't tell her. No.
Remember, it's like
What are they talking about?
I'm gonna be honest, I have absolutely no idea.
These people give me a headache, chap.
And they can add or you know, do stuff. But
I've lost the plot. All right.
I'm pretty sure
Gordon
they lost the
Ramsay,
plot.
I've lost the plot.
Cases, but, you know, ultimately,
You know
you're paying
what?
for something
Fair.
to be fulfilled. So that is where that has to happen. Also, hi Apollo. I'm sorry I didn't get to say hi to you.
Yeah, but like it's one of those things like no, an artist cannot just be like, you know what? The client doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. I'm gonna do it.
Right.
No, that's terrible business. That's
They'd be like,
terrible business.
You know this Red Claw guy? Bad dinosaur.
Actually, so I took specifically some business related classes directly related to art because at one point I thought I wanted to do art as my career. Something you have to learn is that the client doesn't know what they want. Any artist that's actually doing this as a business needs to understand the client doesn't actually know what they want. That's why they came to you, the artist. Your job as an artist is to give the client something good that makes them happy. And sometimes that requires you to point out to the client that what they want is stupid. Should you just change it without their permission? No, you shouldn't. But you shouldn't just give the client something shitty that looks bad because you were too scared to be like, hey man, as you know, the actual professional in the room here, you should know that those two colors clash. Like, and trust me, some clients aren't going to listen because I did some work for some websites for people, and trust me, old people, they still think websites should look like they did back in like the AOL days, when everything was dial up. They have not moved past that time. And sometimes you do just have to give them like a shitty old looking site, but you still have to try and convince them to do something that looks nice. Don't just say, oh, well, you know, the client asked for it, so I'm not going to tell them anything. Like,
You know what? I'm gonna make him.
at that point, you're just not doing your client any
You know, now he's
favors.
a monkey. You're a monkey VTuber.
You're not doing yourself any favors either, because people are going to see that that's work you did.
Monkey.
How dare! This is so
Honestly-
sad. Can we get 5 gifted subs to Elara?
Seriously. You know what's funny? If Coco wasn't already like, if Coco didn't already do it, I would go back and rebrand as a monkey VTuber. Like, no fucking hesitation.
Just
Elara,
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Oh,
as somebody who had a blackface controversy, you should not say that your second choice of model was a monkey.
Lara, you should not say anything like that. What the fuck?
If
Like,
it was
like
anybody
John-
else, it would be fine, but you specifically have had a controversy that makes this come off as racially charged.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna touch that. Wow.
Why a monkey? I don't know. Elara just said she wanted to be a monkey.
If you like, listen, you can like monkeys, that's fine, but
wait, elf monkey or just straight up monkey?
Oh no, just straight up monkey.
I approve.
I mean,
At least I
the
moved-
coconuts would not go anywhere. Like, those would still be there. Don't worry. I know everybody would be worried about that.
What about the coconut?
What about the coconut milk? Oh my god.
I feel
Oh,
like your church channel
boy.
just become Booba together strong.
They'd already
Oh,
know
this
what
is
he's
so
talking
dumb.
about.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, they already said that anyway. Yeah, like. Oh my god.
There it is. There it is. Can we get Booba together strong in chat? Let's go.
this is like assault right here.
I mean,
It is.
People are, yeah. I think she's like a chimp, though. I don't really remember, but now Coco owns that. I can't take that away from her. She claimed it.
I mean, there's also I don't know if they still stream as much, but there was also Gorilla, and she was just
Yeah.
literally a gorilla.
A gorilla,
Not even,
yeah.
Not even just like
She doesn't stream as much anymore.
She doesn't stream as much anymore, but like it wasn't even like
it was
I'm
great.
an anime girl that I claim that I'm a gorilla. No, straight up monkey.
Yeah, she's like literally, I'm a fucking monkey.
Yeah.
I miss her. Her model was so cool.
Her
The
model was
rigging
so
on it was
cool.
incredible.
Has a great little chibi model. Oh, that's good for her. Good for her. Happy to
Yeah, that's cute.
happy
Well,
to-
at least we have acknowledgement from the first artist kind of talking about it. So, I know this is like kind of like a.
Thank you guys for
model, and
being
then we
normal.
kinda add stuff to it.
You're
Well,
welcome.
I know when Lola said that she didn't have a ton of customization. That was why. So obviously this 2.0 was supposed to be.
Yeah, this 2.0.
What you really
is-
envisioned.
Yeah. and the one other thing is like there are aspects of like the current like Lola design that I think are.
Elara, you should click that DM.
Like,
I want to see what it is.
The people that are demanding get rid of the flipper ears. Like, I'm sorry.
Imagine if she did.
Megalodon to do that.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, seriously,
Like,
like
so many
go tell
CTubers
Mega
do
that she needs to remove hers as well. Like, guys, come on.
like it's like also I like the little starfish jellies that you call like there are things that
Right.
there are just like for lack of a better term classic elements to like the CTuber theme that she can keep around. It's just again
Right.
just change some more things. Get a different haircut. I for one am fighting now.
Change the outfit, maybe change the hair. You can keep the tail, but maybe move the tail.
My big issue with them is their whole argument is, oh, well, like, people accuse CTubers of looking the same all the time. It's like, no, they accuse, like, a very small margin of them of copying all the time, because there is a large number that try and copy either Bao or Shy Lily. An
You wanna know what's
excessive
funny?
number.
I'm surprised we've never seen people try to argue like this for cat VTubers, because I feel like cat VTubers are the
Oh,
most
cat
common
VTubers
VTuber
are
that
constantly
exists.
yelling at each other.
Like,
You just don't look enough, trust me. Pink-haired cat VTubers are constantly yelling at each other.
fair enough.
And they're also always constantly accusing each other of being yanners. Because but they keep bringing this thing up about like all the marine VTubers are constantly getting accused of copying Shy Lily. It's like they're not. Majority of like marine VTubers are doing different animals. There actually really aren't that many orca killer whales. I see a lot more like goldfish. I see I've seen some seals. There's a lot of sea bunnies. Nudibranchs. There's some sharks, plenty of sharks. But just there's so many that just they try and copy Shy Lily specifically.
So many Kitsunes, yes.
And here's the thing, I can see why a lot of people get kind of accused of being Shy Lily. So this is something that I think a lot of people don't bring up enough. But a lot of corporate VTubers, or a lot of the really big ones, are actually super generic. Because look at what Shy Lily actually is as a VTuber, and basically nothing on her model is particularly creative. She's a sea-themed VTuber who is just a plain black and white killer whale that is wearing a sailor uniform. It's really not that creative at the end of the day. Now, that's not bashing her. That's not bashing her artist. But that is pointing out that she took some of the most generic elements you possibly could for a sea-themed killer whale VTuber and just did all, like, the most basic stuff you possibly could. So now anyone else who does that animal is automatically locked out of some of the most basic elements they could use. Learn succubi, incubi, demon VTubers are almost always generic VTweeters.
Yes.
That
they
is
are.
unfortunately true. A lot of them think they're going to be like horny, or they're going to be domineering, and then they just come off like really annoying. But yeah, my only point with that is a lot of the really big VTubers play it very, very safe and to make themselves very recognizable. And that's intentional, because that way you do get conversations like this where somebody immediately goes, oh, you're copying Shy Lily, because Shy Lily is so generic that she can fit about any mold. That immediately gets her name into the public consciousness, even when it's not about her. And it's very, very useful for a lot of these companies and these bigger VTubers to constantly be getting their name in the news like that without having to actively promote themselves.
Like it.
I kind of stand this one. I kind of stand
It would be
this
the equivalent, Red Club, of like another elf VTuber coming on the scene, and they're like, "Oh, you copied Elara. Take off your elf ears."
Yeah, or like, or I would even go even further. I would go even further. Like,
Don't worry,
like,
Elara.
someone's
Nobody
like, oh,
wants
I'm
to
a
copy
goth
you.
Streamer. It's like, actually, the only goth streamer allowed is Elara. You are stealing from her intellectual property. You have dishonored my Oshi, and now I challenge you to intellectual combat on Twitter.
So I'm gonna complain about this. Elara, you're not goth. You are. What is it? You're a scene girl at best. I don't know what you're talking about being goth.
No, she's not goth.
Where do these fucking bots come from, bro?
Are you getting bots right now?
I am.
Nice.
I don't know where these bots come from. But yeah, she constantly calls herself like a goth VTuber. I don't know what she's talking about being goth. You're a
I don't
scene
see it.
girl.
I really don't like. What is it? Because that's like goth appropriation, in my opinion. Because being dark like that is not all that being goth is.
Yeah,
All
not even
right?
scene. Yeah, I'd say scene is probably pushing it, but she's closer to a scene girl than a goth. Because like, what about you specifically as goth? Because you have black hair and you have a spiked collar. Wow, my dog must be a goth. Like,
Bowser must be a goth too.
yeah, Bowser's a goth. It's just you have such the most generic idea of goth. I can tell you for a fact that any of the actual like goth people would not respect you the slightest.
She looks like an evil demon, an evil demoness more than she looks like a goth person.
Yeah, even then that's probably pushing it. She's a poser.
A poser, yes. She's like a dark. She's like an elf from a mythical world that wants to try and emulate it.
And if you block me, then it is proven that I have bested you, and therefore you must hand over your Twitch channel as well as your ass.
Oh yeah, that too.
All of it.
Apollo knows. Apollo knows. Yeah, I really like this color
This is
palette
so
too,
bad.
with the
At least
yellow.
Bowser is
The
cool.
purple
Yes.
look in the hair, I know it's very similar to this one, but just like with the bodysuit with the black, I love that. Like
I
actually
really
love
like
the
this
black
color
belt.
palette
Yo, Karate, thank you
because
for
it's a
the raise,
complementary
raise,
color
raise, raise,
palette.
The small Lola, got to raise the raise,
Hello.
I think I said that.
I think you said
fast
all of
enough.
it pretty well.
Don't
Good
play
on
your
you,
thing
good on
again. Don't play your thing
I
again.
really got to
Please
say that
don't
fast.
play your thing again.
Can I get 350 on this ball?
Yeah, it's kinda
I love
like
how they're
we were
acknowledging.
talking
Yes, we
about,
talk very loud
it's
and very
kinda like
hard.
with the Florida Boomhauer guy.
So I didn't pause it in time, but somebody in chat mentioned, why are we even having this argument? It doesn't work once she's copied more than 3 things from Shy Lily. Which is the point they're really ignoring. They keep defending like specific individual things on Lola, which she's gonna say later that none of this was a defense. But they keep defending specific individual things on Lola, ignoring the fact that everything was copied. Like, at some point, you can't defend it with, well, this one thing, maybe. You can't keep doing that when there's just so much that's been taken. And I don't know why they either don't realize that because they're dumb, or they're ignoring that because it would hamper their entire argument. But it's dumb, and I wish they would acknowledge it.
I think they're just stupid, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah, that guy.
Does that mean?
What'd you
Okay.
miss? You missed us calling Elara a poser.
Yeah, it literally people take that as a sign of victory. Like even half of the chatters here are like, well, small little privated, so we won. No, you didn't win. She's doing the right thing.
No, she's privated because yo, okay, so like I constantly go back to I remember when you posted on Twitter about doing this job and like how it can be like very
fucking
very
sucks.
like because like chat do you know how mentally taxing it is to see nothing but
Not bad.
negativity?
Yep.
Oh no, I wonder.
I wouldn't have any idea because I never get negativity.
Or else I would have like lost my mind.
Certainly not from Elara's
Always bad.
fans.
All the time.
If all you're
Also,
seeing
don't
is
do
bad
that air
all the
horn.
time,
That
and if you're
what?
a person who is constantly being called a liar, a copycat, a stealer, a thief,
But she is a liar, a
what she did or not,
copycat,
you
and a
can't
thief.
deny the fact that is
Mhm.
mentally and emotionally devastating. So yeah, no. Like, if I was in her position, I would have muted too.
Hassan, is that you?
Like, it's not okay, guys, you win. It's literally just I would rather not have to hear this anymore.
Exactly. I feel so bad too because like I don't really talk about it as much, and I know I talked about it on Twitter, but since we're on the topic, like guys, I have had to carve out more time for myself to get myself self-care.
You need more because you're not getting enough.
Doing the new stuff, like I
Or maybe
love
you
this
need
and I'm
less.
Talking about stuff that's going on in the space, but chat, it can be hard to like constantly just
You don't do
What
anything.
do you mean?
How
talk
is it
about the
hard
nose-
when you
You talk about the news for like 30 minutes and then you watch YouTube for 2 hours. What do you mean?
Alara, how much time do you actually spend preparing? No, like really. How much time do you actually spend preparing? Because I do not see it.
Yeah, so a lot of people in chat have mentioned this both today and last night. A lot of people find Alara's streams very overstimulating. And they are. She is physically exhausting to watch for somebody that's like a lot more chill and laid back. Because there's just so much going on constantly for no reason. The fact that she doesn't have like a fucking Subway Surfers clip playing off to the side is genuinely shocking to me.
Yeah,
Or
chat.
like Family Guy clips on the bottom.
That'd be the trifecta, honestly. I will say, well, she's a React streamer, so technically, maybe it's in there somewhere.
It's in the cards
chat,
for her future.
I'm just letting you know that last night I was suffering because as somebody with autism, overstimulation can actually, well, it can't really hurt you, but it can make it really hard for you to work. And you might have seen it last night. I was suffering.
You calling her a poser is probably all she'll address about these streams. That would be funny. See, chat, what's worse? That she legitimately is so offended by the fact I called her a poser that that's the only thing she addresses? Or that she tries to avoid everything else we said by bringing up the fact we called her a poser? Like, what would be worse? The fact that she's using it to avoid criticism, or the fact that she would be legitimately that offended by it? The overtime, I can say she does proper preparing and exhausting streams where she plays her guitar, and that's a rare thing. She plays guitar.
Well, when you play guitar, good for you. That's you know what? That's a unique thing I didn't know. I learned something new about Elara.
Talking about the bad in people, talking about these scammers,
Elara, you should play the guitar more.
The people undermining Offkai. Like, it sucks to see that in a space for people that you care about constantly all the time.
When people are undermining Offkai because they shit on Pippa and Kirsch.
Where literally Butters is tasked, the character Butters is tasked to basically filter out every mean comment that Cartman gets online.
Oh, I remember that.
And literally by the end of it, Butters was dying.
What the fuck?
Oh, hi. Oh, hello, Ben. Ooh. Oh, my. Hello,
What the
Venom.
fuck?
I know he's gonna give you that for free.
Imagine using South Park as like the basis for your theory.
You got it here.
Did you guys see in South Park where Butters got so sick from dealing with Twitter negativity? Yeah, okay. Sure.
Apollo, that was clutch. Oh my god. That was fantastic.
Here's the thing I will say, because I brought this up when somebody was talking about how Pippa actually seemed legitimately hurt that her event got fucked over at Offkai.
Mm-hmm.
There's a world of difference between dealing with haters that you can go on like Twitter and make fun of, and dealing with people that are actually ruining like stuff you enjoy in your career. Because like if you ever see Pippa talk about like haters and stuff, she can turn those into content. She can have tons of fun with that. She can make fun of them all day, and it's great. But when you get people that actively ruin your career prospects, like some random on the Offkai mod team playing ads over her whole set while she's supposed to be like doing something for her fans, that is real negativity. And that is a real negativity that Elara and all of her friends have never experienced because they collude together to do it to other people. You guys have never experienced actual, like, crushing negativity. Because all you ever have to deal with is people saying mean things on Twitter that you can literally block out. You can just click it and it goes away. You don't have to deal with the people that are actively spam reporting you every single day, every hour of every day, trying to ruin your shit. That is something that genuinely crushes people inside. And they'd never have to deal with that. Supposedly they found out who it was. There's a guy that it is very likely was him.
And I like how the guy was claiming, was like, "Oh no, it was all FaZe.
It was all
FaZe's
fault.
It's like, I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. Like, legitimately. Don't say who it is, chat.
That's
Oh,
fine.
we
It's
do.
fine. I don't care.
Fair enough.
Because as long as you don't share the app, because we don't want somebody being like, oh, they're brigading this person. We don't do
No.
that.
Yeah, don't do that.
But yeah, they don't understand like proper negativity.
Oh my god.
They only know
my
Twitter
God,
negativity.
This line of stuff.
I'm willing to be proven wrong, but I don't think I will be.
They didn't even know people get fired for mistakes at their job. They genuinely
enough.
don't know real life
Fair enough.
negativity.
Like, because again, it could just like the negativity it eats away at you. It is a sickness. It is a sickness.
does.
So whether Lola is right or
Here
not,
comes that bullshit water.
it is
Here comes
completely
that bullshit
understandable
water.
and
Here
valid
comes
for
that
I'm sorry to
bullshit
interrupt
water.
you, but holy shit.
What the fuck?
Watching.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Oh.
continue.
I am surprised.
I'm just saying, like,
Literally
what we've already
every
discussed.
time there's something new.
Like, I'll be real.
How many
This is where I look at it a little
redeems
bit
does she
aggro. It's like,
have?
chat, if you see her going private as a victory,
Alara,
if
when you go
see-
through our
if you
stream
see
later
her
and
doing, like,
remus
the
yourself,
redesign,
tell me how many redeems you have.
got her.
I need to know.
Ambassador, we beat you. I really encourage you to like take a moment to do some self-reflection.
Actually, if anything, she won. Because
like-
not only is she taking your criticisms and actioning them.
Lola
that's the one I
won?
wanted to mention, but,
Lola
it's literally
won?
she wins from that.
Really?
Overall,
This
she
is
gets more
so dumb.
visibility, she gets more clout. Like, if she wins from that, when Lily doesn't care about
Wow.
you, I think
Also, I don't understand what you guys are talking about because you have actively cheered for people to lose their careers before. You can't pull this, oh, you should reevaluate yourself
Oh,
garbage.
streamer bot, let me fix that chat. I'm sorry.
You are kidding me.
Why? I was.
I can't believe she said that.
Intermission.
When it was Venom, it was fine. I wasn't ready for
I needed an intermission. Roadblock. You just got the slurp alert. What's wrong with the slurp alert?
What the
Chat, you
fuck
haven't seen what's
are
inside
these
that mouth.
redeems?
Holy shit.
Horrors I have seen.
Oh my god. You know, this reminds me,
I'm-
honestly.
I'm flattered. You know what? She did it.
Reminds me what Zentrea said. She's like, bitch, if I block you, I don't
I'm
have to
broken.
deal with your stupid ass anymore. I win, not you.
Yeah, like literally, like there are like so many like larger like creators who are. Oh, okay, never mind. Venom's back. Everything's fine. No, not again. Get it off right.
Better than me.
Shoot.
Better than me.
This is why you have to put limits on how many people can do a dono at a certain time.
Hey, Master
Spider-Man, you're just standing on her boob when I was being attacked.
Make out.
Why didn't you
Wait,
take
Another
it?
one,
what is
I
this
believe you may
question?
be confused. Venom and Redclaw, they are fictional characters here.
Red Claw's
Their
fictional.
personal lives, like everyone else, are as mysterious.
What the
I-
fuck?
I do not
What is this?
recall
Thank you,
any
Wei. Thank
canonical
you.
instances of him making out. Perhaps it is best
What
to
the
focus
fuck is
on
this TTS?
beauty of the story rather than such details. Remember, mind is like water.
I can't
My
do
friend.
this. I'm done.
Thank you, Master
I'm
Oogway.
done.
Thank you, Master Oogway.
What the fuck?
Again, chat, we
my
cannot
God.
condone the Elara drinking game because you will die. You will get alcohol poisoning.
You will get alcohol, exactly.
So that they would do all these redeems on you.
You would probably die in the first 10 minutes.
You got Twitter rage baited. Got him.
I fell for it. No.
Got him.
What sees this?
It was that easy, chat. All according to my plan, chat.
It was all according to.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I got you
You fell
baited.
for it.
I got you
Hook,
baited.
line, and sinker.
Tragic. This is truly a tragedy.
And sometimes I feel like our streams are unprofessional. God. Ugh.
Yeah, like I beat myself up for multiple hours
Cannot.
if I feel like the stream was
Just
too
because you
awkward.
missed me.
In my opinion, not even if you or Lumi say it is. If I feel like it was, I beat myself up. And you guys have to tell me to stop.
Like hanging out with you.
How does she not feel such shame
Honestly,
from
we need to
this?
play, that Mega Bash game again.
Oh,
Now there's like new characters.
Like-
they added
Alara, you need more
Ghidorah, the
shame.
Slugboxer, and King Ghidorah
Yeah.
to it. Yes.
Seriously reconsidering watching
It's
yesterday's
Smash
stream.
Bros, but with Kaiju style. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's Smash Bros with Kaiju. They have Godzilla and Ultramanity. It's great.
Yeah, I need to like I need to purchase that.
I'm sorry, chat. It's just.
Yeah, it's
Oh
good
my
DLC.
god.
It's good DLC. Oh, hi, Peter.
Good DLC. Good DLC.
I,
So chat,
Good stuff.
thank you all so. Oh my god, here. Not
Alright,
finally-
here's friendly tip. Narrow your redeems down. you need less, because I've seen like 30 already in this like short span of a minute. I only saw one of those that actually included anything about your branding in it. Maybe do more of that. I don't know why like every single redeem you have is just other people's shit.
It makes it, and maybe this is the most insulting thing I can say, but it makes it feel like there's nothing original about her. Like when chat mentioned that she could play guitar, that was the first time I thought to myself, wow, that's something that's actually original besides the giant tits here.
Yeah.
Like, there is no, Elara, there is nothing original about you at all. And I am saying that
At least nothing I
because
can think
I
of
don't
off the top of my head.
what is original about, like, besides you whining and bitching and moaning on Twitter, what is original about you? I don't see, you are literally another Zoomer streamer. There is nothing, I could get the exact same attention, hell, even more, from a Mr. Beast video. What the hell, man?
Yeah.
There is, I don't know.
I don't get it. Just do more
cutting
original
myself off.
stuff.
Ask me.
I'm cutting myself off.
Johnny, does Venom get you loose
And
when
sort out your audio shit.
Sucks right
It's
to our
just
face.
You
I
kidding me?
can't
Venom
stand
would probably
it.
laugh it off and go hunt down the next big thing to
Nah,
sink his
apparently
teeth
not.
into.
Apparently Venom doesn't
As
give a
for
shit.
Kirby, let's be
Oh,
real.
dang.
The little puffball's too busy inhaling everything in sight to care about drama.
That's actually kind of true. What
Focus
the
on
fuck?
what's in front of you. Chumalara's got
Like,
enough going
there
on
is
without being
no
a fictional
original
face,
thing in this
sucking weirdness
stream.
into it.
He said I have enough going on.
TikTok
you know?
humor, exactly.
I mean, kinda
Like, I know that she's, I don't know how big she is on TikTok, but I know that she is on
Closing
TikTok.
thoughts. Anything that you want to share, chat?
Closing
Last minute
thoughts.
that you would like to share
Holy
about this
fuck, I
whole
want my time
whole
back.
situation?
I saw at least one redeem that was her, but it was her as a
Anything that
Wojak.
you guys want to talk about that was maybe in the
I mean, that's fine,
the
but
interview
like,
that you missed out on, or just literally anything.
out of all of the other redeems, Lara, what is original about you? Answer. I need, when you respond to this, answer please. What is original?
I didn't even know that. Get all the facts before judgment. Thank you. That is what I am trying to say.
Shy Lily.
What do you mean? You didn't get any facts.
There
What
was
do you
no
mean?
facts. There's no facts. Nothing was interesting, like you.
Get
End
all
of
the facts
story.
before judgment. You started this stream with 30 minutes of notice and didn't do any research.
And no fact. The only facts you had are the fact that you made a video. That
What
is
do
the only facts that you had on her.
What do you mean? This is so dumb.
Oh
Wait, you got number
my
16? That's not fair.
gosh.
That's not fair at all.
Yeah, look, I wanted 69.
Ah.
That's not cool.
Well, you
Lord.
She gets 69.
Well, you could always try to aim. for
Father,
the FIFA
Father, help me.
You just gotta keep a close eye.
Yeah, you gotta go really hard to get
I'm
that.
sorry, Darth Zerx already took it from you. Sorry.
How long was this video?
Darth-
We only had,
They
it
already
was
claimed it.
3
I'm
hours.
sorry.
I'm actually
You
gonna
guys
do
have
it,
only
so
had to watch
Okay,
the last
you wanna
hour
freaking go?
tonight.
You wanna
Unless
go?
you watched yesterday's stream. I know I signed up for this temp.
Oh.
I can still complain.
Well, Chad, thank you all so much for being here, Red Claw. Thanks for hopping in.
Thanks for letting me violently break in.
Oh my god, not a problem. Chad, I'm gonna go ahead and download and edit the spot. Oh, well, not really edit, just cut it.
And then
so
delete.
It'll be on YouTube at 4 p.m. CST.
Yeah, so
everything
you-
is addressed inside that video, so please
You guys only had to watch about an hour of this tonight. It was originally 3 hours. We watched the other 2 hours last night.
I'm gonna take a restroom break. Well, and like scream. Hopefully my roommates don't get mad.
We were going to cover a little bit of this tonight, chat, which is 4 hours. And about just as bad. Wait, why was this cut again? So, Lola asked her to cut it out. I don't know why. She never explains why. She's just like, Lola asked me to cut it out, so I did out of respect for her. Like, okay. You guys have so much willpower. Thank you. It is. See, it's even worse for us, right? Because I sat down and I listened to all of this before we decided to cover it on stream. So I've had to listen to currently, what would it be? 10 hours of Elara. because I listened to all 3 hours of that on stream, all 3 hours of it off stream, and today I listened to all 4 hours of this. So I have, in the last 24 hours, I have injected 10 hours of this into my veins. So could have had a season of anime with that. I could have gotten with all the research I do on these people. I could have gotten like caught up on One Piece by now. Look, chat. I am driven by like spite, just pure spite. At this point. I dislike Elara enough to hate watch to this degree. But I will not be hate watching in the future. I can't bear it. It kills my soul. Oh, random thing for those of you who don't follow our Underthetea Twitter account, which I will, let me pull it up real quick, and I will share it in chat with you guys. So if anybody who doesn't follow it wants to, you can. But we are officially, I would consider us a big drama account now, because we got a cease and desist from whatchamacallit, from Niji-sanji. From our tweet we made about their concert a little while ago, where we put up like a collage of pictures from their concert where it showed how bad the concert looked. Yeah, we got a cease and desist for that today, early this morning. So the pictures for that have been removed. They also included a second picture where we just showed a tweet from Gura, because our tweet was something like, the Niji-sanji concert happened and it was less than stellar. Here's a picture of it. Oh, and better news, Gura streamed, and then I had a picture of Gura's stream, and Niji-sanji just claimed both of them. So it's whatever. There's not much we could do about it. They're just deleted. They didn't even really give me any place to appeal it. They gave us a message that says you can appeal it, but then they just didn't let us. So they're just, those pictures are gone. I have them saved on my phone. But I think a lot of people are confused too. Because I know Curry Renji, VTuber Cringe, posted about it. And he's like, why are they bothering with like a 400 follower account months after it happened? Because this was like back in April or something. So it's like, I don't understand why they waited this long to DMCA a tiny little Twitter account, but they did. Not my place to judge Niji-sanji's business sense, acumen. Clearly they're a billion-dollar company. They obviously know what they're doing more than me.
Clearly.
But whatever.
I did not screech into the void, but instead I hit my arm on the wall.
Well, that's even worse. Power of infinite money on their side. Yeah, even if we did try to dispute it, I feel like they'd probably just say, well, we're going to keep the C&D, now sue us. Because that's how a lot of these places work, and we're not doing that. But yeah, that's what happened to us this morning. So, Akka, are you ready to do at least a little bit of part 2?
Yes, we'll see how long we can go for.
Right. No. Let's talk about. We're not doing another round.
I feel like her music is louder.
We're not.
What?
Oh,
It might not be, but I feel like her music is louder.
I think it is.
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we gotta talk about what happened. What happened on Monday, chat? Yeah, we gotta talk about all this. No, not another round. Let's talk about you and me. You're right, Tyrant. Let's talk about
How long
you
is
and
this
me.
stream?
'Cause I'm gonna talk
4
about-
hours.
That's sweet.
Are we
I have
actually gonna
no.
go through all of it, like, eventually?
No, I don't think so.
Let's talk all about it. How are you guys? It's good to see all of you. Good morning.
I don't want to go through all of it.
Fuck up.
No.
Wake the fuck up. It's good to see all of y'all. Welcome. Guys, we have a absolutely crazy stream on Monday. Yeah, it was nuts, Chad. So, obviously, we have sparked debate with the particular interview. So, you know,
We have to let her do her preamble.
You know how I like that.
I love how she's not even willing to mention it.
And talk about what happened on Monday.
We're not gonna mention it, chat. We're just not gonna mention it.
Why should I? I hate it.
You're going to be small and spend forever if you keep using that stupid excuse! Shut up! I don't have to drink it if I don't wanna!
And then maybe after.
What?
We'll play some Elden Ring.
How does that even relate?
Crowd control today. So what I wanted to tell you guys is
I don't think it was 4 hours. I think it was a little bit, and then she's like, "All right, we're done talking about it," and then moves on to Elden
I
Ring.
didn't have enough news for a full show. So I wanted.
Oh my gosh, that makes it even worse. I didn't have enough for a full show, so like with half an hour to go, I decided to bring on this random person. You know, that was a good idea, don't you think?
So here's the thing, chat. We brought this up before, which I didn't realize Elara did this until I actually sat down and watched one of her VTuber streams entirely, or her VTuber news streams entirely. Because before, I had only ever watched the one where we got mentioned, and in the one we got mentioned, she actually did cover like news from start to finish of the stream, all 3 hours. But then I started watching other ones because we were doing some research for a video. And I realized that about an hour into the stream, she just started watching YouTube videos and reacting them for 2 hours. And I was like, that's weird. Does she do this often? And I went back through her history and watched, skimmed through like every VTuber news video. And every single one, she covers news for 30 minutes to an hour and then just spends 2 to 2.5 hours watching YouTube videos. And I was like, why is this called VTuber news? You never cover anything that's like matters. And like, why are you doing these if you could only ever find like 30 minutes of content? I don't understand you. It's just, and then here she's like, oh, I couldn't stretch it out for that long. It's like, that never stopped you any other time. I don't. Reacting is the new meta. Yeah, so for those of you who didn't see when I announced that we were doing this kind of stream last night, my tweet was something like, we're gonna take some heavy inspiration from VTubers like in our sphere, and we're gonna do a react stream. Which I thought it was funny.
And yeah. The Keemstar, no, listen. We are the Keemstar of VTubers. Get it right.
Yeah,
She
I'm
is
Killer
like,
C-Star.
like she is a Hassan, or like she's like Pokimane.
She's a Keffels.
Only. Okay, that's a little mean. Listen. All right, that's a little mean. I wouldn't have gone that far.
Let's continue.
That's a little mean.
But yeah, the start of this is kind of important. She does like a whole preamble about what happened yesterday. And she makes a lot of funny claims.
Yeah, so not enough for a full show, but we're gonna do it either tomorrow or Friday. I'll let you guys know. I'm just kind of waiting for some stuff. So if you guys missed it,
oh, that's my other thing. Here's a tip, Elara. If you actually did research for your shows, you would have enough content for a full stream. Because sometimes we have to cut our streams short because covering one issue, there's too much content.
Yeah, exactly. Like I look back through previous episodes and it shocks me just how often we have to cut content because a subject could go on for hours and hours. Like if neither of us had work the following Friday of our streams, we would probably go for 4 or 5 or 6 hours. I'm not kidding. We would be like a Kino Casino at that point. But because all of us have lives, we can't do it.
I don't know if you guys have ever watched a show called EFAP, which stands for Every Frame of Pause. They do like literal 8-hour streams, which is their version of short streams. They used to do like 16-hour streams almost every day. Unironically, if I made enough money off streaming to quit my job, I would be doing like EFAP level streams where I would just talk shit all day long, just about like different VTubers and other stuff like that. This is so I don't know how you guys in chat feel about these streams. This is something kind of we're testing out. This is something I enjoy way more than playing like games on stream. Way, way more. The games are just something I do because I enjoy games, and it seems like what you're supposed to do with streaming. I want to do more of this because this is what I enjoy.
No, I do too. And because here's the thing, when it comes to me streaming video like Warframe and stuff, I enjoy doing that, and that is like the main build of my content. But this is what I want to do. I want to refine I want to refine what I do and actually like talk about these things. Not because I want to like make change or anything, but because I like laughing and I like doing fun shit and I like preparing these things for you. And it's just like, this is what I want to do. So when Elara's like, oh, I spend so much time preparing. No, you don't. No, you don't. What, you spend 10 minutes going through the bullet points of like, okay, I'm going to talk about this. We're going to ramble about it. I might have one link I'm going to go through here, and then I'm going to talk about this. And then I have a laundry list of videos I'm going to react to, and those are going to take up the rest of the stream here. All right.
It's today's stream and Under the Tea episode. So we did have it listed as that originally. I think I'm going to take the episode number off of yesterday and today, and we're going to change it to like, I don't know what we'll call it. We might call it like an Under the Tea reaction or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like Under the Tea reaction, part 1, part 2 kind of thing.
That works. I can see that.
I don't particularly like the reaction style content for the Under the Tea episodes, because genuinely we do research for the Under the Tea episodes, and I prefer to keep it that way. Because people can say a lot about our Under the Tea show. We do legitimate research for it. And I would kind of like to stick to doing research for it, personally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I agree. I think that the main show, it should be, like, heavily researched. Yeah.
Really looking for the Fansly streams. So, this is technically an Under the Tea episode, but I'm also streaming on my Twitch. So I will say this. I'm going to see if I can get Fansly to approve my stuff sometime this week. And then I will be doing some Fansly stuff with my friend Sonori, who is almost exclusively doing Fansly streams right now. Which will mostly be like hentai games for the most part, but there are some ideas I will talk about on the Fansly streams that are not Twitch or YouTube appropriate that she has suggested. We will get there when we get there. But I'm making the Fansly streams happen.
You should tell me about these things.
You hear chat, Akko's thirsty.
I'm thirsty. Yeah. I'm just curious about what you're gonna do.
You're thirsty for Elara milk.
Listen. I don't need to go to that cow for milk, alright? I'm good right here.
Did you know that, like, with the wonders of modern medicine, they actually make medicine that helps women lactate for people that want to have, like, a tit milk fetish?
Well, I hope they are not feeding it to the babies, because putting medicine that you use to lactate in milk is probably not good for growing developmental systems.
I think sometimes they actually do use it for mothers that can't naturally produce milk. But I think they typically prefer to use more synthetic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like a last resort, because sometimes you get into a weird situation where both the mother can't lactate and the child is allergic to synthetic milk. Because, fun fact, you can be allergic to synthetic milk as a child, which is something I didn't know for the longest time, but I guess it makes sense. You can technically be allergic to, like, anything. But it's just a random, interesting, like, little fact. Elara is a GMO cow. Akko's an organic cow.
I'm an organic moo cow.
It's a very interesting stream. I actually woke up and I saw that.
But yeah, we'll try and get the Fansly streams up soon, chat. I promise. I'm hoping this week.
Because I went by her stream and I was just like, hey, like, you know, kind of see what was up, because people were talking about her accent and stuff. And so I was just kind of like checking it out or whatever. And anyway, she was like, we basically like agreed that she was gonna come on for an interview. And this was like maybe like 30 minutes before I went live. So that whole interview was.
I would never admit this, by the way.
mega rushed. You know, we were
I would
like,
never
on
admit
stream,
this.
Like, I was rushing chat.
No, I
I'm not
think
gonna
to a
lie to you, I
degree
was
it's
fucking
fine to admit it,
rushing chat.
but you can't use that as like the crux of your
It's
thing.
actually kind of crazy.
She's basically saying, chat, you can't get mad at me. I only had this much time to prepare. That doesn't matter. Like.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, because I kind of want to bring it up, because we've mentioned before that like we in our very first stream didn't do very well with the Marina thing. But at no point do we use the fact that we didn't do well as like an excuse. We're like, yeah, she kind of popped up at the last second. We weren't prepared. We should have been prepared, and we shouldn't have allowed like a last second like entrance on something like that. And I think that's where we kind of differ from Elara, because Alara's perspective is, well, it's last minute, so it's not my fault that it ended up fucked up. And our perspective is more like, well, it was last minute. We shouldn't have done it last minute. We should have like found a way to reschedule or something, and we didn't. There's a difference. I think that's something that kind of ties into why she doesn't understand the issue with small Lola. Is there's a difference between acknowledging a mistake and using that mistake to make excuses for yourself. Lola and her are just making excuses. They're not really owning up to the mistake itself.
No.
It's like,
Absolutely
oh,
not.
well, you know, I had a short amount of time, so it's not really my fault. Well, no, it is still your fault. You could
That
have
makes it more of your fault,
you could
actually.
have planned ahead. Why does it have to be now? Is
I'm
this her
trying to
3D
compare it to-
model? You know, now that
Maybe.
you say that, it does kind of look like it's 3D. What do you think, Akko?
I was thinking that it probably could be.
I think it's for
Here's the
3D.
thing.
Interesting that-
I don't.
Yeah,
it
it's for
doesn't
3D.
really matter. But
Fish and chips. That's in the point is beef Wellington.
I have
What's up,
returned
King
and
Guy? How are you?
recovered from
oh, that's a good
Colossal
Australian
Con.
accent, Elara. Holy cow.
That's
I
true.
also
Colossal
posted
Con is
pictures
always
in
that
the
way.
Discord as
It's
typically
almost like it's your
requested of
real
you.
accent, you know, like Lola's real accent is German.
Yeah, it was a big rush. It was a big rush. So, so H Lover, you
I
can
was like,
watch
oh,
the
it was a
interview
big rush.
over
Hand
my
on
YouTube.
waist. You can't
YouTube
get
is
mad
the
at
place
me.
You're gonna be able to watch it now. Lola did request that I take down the Twitch VOD, but you know there is a link for the full VOD.
Why did she want the Twitch VOD taken down?
Over the YouTube video, so go check that out. Yeah, she did. She did request it to be taken down off Twitch. So obviously, I did.
Why?
Request out of respect. But anyway,
Why?
the interview happened like 30 minutes
Give me
before
a
I live chat.
reason.
So first up, I apologize that I didn't have TTS and all my redeems on, like off.
No.
I am so sorry about that. To be honest, I was in such a rush, I just didn't get it off. So next time I'll either delay stuff or make sure that that's off. Because I know a lot of people were very upset, or not upset, but just kind of complained about it. So I do genuinely apologize for not having all that off. I certainly should have, because that was a little distracting, and I agree with that. Hi Ben, what's up? But anyway, we did an interview with Lola.
Oh yeah, everybody took issue with the TTS. It was super
on Monday
stupid to
chat.
have that
we
on.
actually went through everything. We talked about the allegations. You know, I brought up all the important stuff. Yeah, it was a very important interview anyway.
Very
let me
important,
tell you what
yes.
happened. So anyway, yeah, absolutely. So during this interview chat, have you thought of talking to Shy Lily when you did the interview? Nintendo Ninja Shy Lily's got much better things to do than talk to me about it. She kind of also echoed that in her official statement. She really doesn't want to like deal with any of that, right? Like she just wants to do her own thing. So, yeah. So I would like to at least respect those wishes that she has and just kind of like, you know, leave her out of it. And plus, this interview was very last second. But anyway, during the interview chat, we
can tell.
about the stuff that Lola had, that people had questions about, right? She wants to avoid the drama. Anyway, we talked about a lot of the questions, and there were several times during the interview where she actually contradicted herself, where she kind of backed up on her story.
Yes.
Really? You don't say.
What the fuck did I just read? She actually contradicted herself and kind of went back on her story. A lot of people over on Twitter and kind of in YouTube comments We're asking that I kind of please just watch the mod exactly. Hey Bobster, how are you? Good to see you.
Pause for a moment.
Bobster's
I
coming from,
noticed. I
Twitter as
just
well.
noticed this. She is very less like you can tell there is a huge difference in how she is speaking out versus how she was speaking in the previous. Because like in the previous stream, she's all over the place. She's way more grounded and way more censored. I feel like she really thought about how she was going to address this because
I
a
almost
lot
feel
of
like she's reading
people-
off a script.
Maybe. Chat, is this a VTuber apology?
I almost feel like she
I-
scripted her response, unironically.
Probably. I don't know. But like I'm listening to this and like she has calmed down so much more. You can tell the difference between how she was so like all over the place. I'm not gonna say upbeat because that's not upbeat, that's all over the place. And now where it sounds like she's calmed down, she's actually like sitting here trying to have a conversation. Who is this conversation? Like I know that she's trying to apologize, but is she doing that because she doesn't want to lose the graces of all of the big people that said, Elara, you screwed up?
Well, here's something I'll ask you guys, because I watched through this earlier, and I want all of your opinions on it without me trying to, like, color it. But watch every time she reads something in chat, how she immediately goes back to complete her thought, but there's no, like, I guess, like, mistake in it, right? She continues on the sentence from exactly where she left off, and it makes a full, complete sentence. I find that really weird because normally when you get interrupted while you're trying to make a thought, your brain has to like restart a little bit. So it has to basically make a new sentence from where you left off, and it doesn't. If you put both of them together, it doesn't work. It doesn't work right because
I
it
do that all the
technically
time.
is two different thoughts. But every time she gets interrupted, she goes right back to the sentence she was on and finishes it out, as if the entire sentence is already written down in front of her and she's just reading it out. Just watch it every time she gets interrupted in chat.
I didn't think about that because I was so focused on how she sounds, but now you're gonna make me look at her.
A lot
Oh,
of people were very upset that I didn't like grill her or like drill into her because of her inconsistencies, right? Yeah, I'm be real with you. I was not there to do that. I'm not yeah, Ruby, like like Slamer, right? Like
what were you there for?
So really my whole thought during that interview was really just kind of be like, hey, look, like
Oh,
I'm gonna ask the questions and you guys can make the judgment calls based on her answers, right?
yeah, the judgment call
kinda
is
like everybody
you
wanna
are
be
a
like
bad interviewer. You should
criminal
never do it
investigator,
again.
Judge, jury, executioner, right? And that wasn't really my intent of the interview. I just
See, she gets interrupted by that person saying they wanted you to be a criminal investigator, and immediately goes back to, that wasn't my intent in the interview, like just continues the sentence on immediately. She might not have like a direct script, she definitely has bullet points in front of her that she's reading off of. You can also tell by, like, if you look at her eye position, that always stays directly focused on screen, which is probably the biggest issue with the 3D model, because typically they do have better, like, more like all around 3D eye tracking. So
Oh,
you can
yes.
see that her eyes never
Way good.
unfocus from that one spot. She's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
looking around at anything else. She's just constantly honing in on her screen.
wanted to ask her questions, and unfortunately, I have to say she really dug her own grave. Like she really, yeah, like I report, you decide kind of thing.
You
and I'm gonna
don't
be real,
say.
and Chad is very right. I'm not that kind of person. Like,
Then
I know a
why
lot
are
of
you
people want
doing
me to do
this?
that.
It's not your. Should not be what you
Chad, I
do.
mean, maybe in the future if I do another one. Remember, this was 30 minutes before I went live that we got all.
Yeah, somebody mentions not here to do that, then it's not an interview. Yeah, she seems to think an interview is just you ask questions and let the person answer questions. No, you have to do follow-up. You have to kind of investigate a little bit and prod. No, just because you, like, prod somebody and you call out their inconsistencies doesn't mean you're a criminal investigator doing an interrogation. You're just
No,
doing
like-
the basics.
Laura, have you ever watched any interviews ever in your life? Not like YouTuber interviews, because YouTuber interviews sometimes aren't even real interviews too. Have you like actually seen real people actually sit down and interview? Maybe I guess the news could be a good example. Have you ever watched any random person? Because it doesn't look like you do.
Yeah, chat has like a good example. That's probably what I was thinking more of. She did more like a talk show. And Elara, if you're watching this, a talk show is an advertisement. Everybody understands this. Talk shows are undisclosed advertisements for the people that get brought on them, because that's why they only ever ask about what's your plans, like where can we find you, what kind of projects do you have coming up. It's a way for them to low-key advertise themselves. That's all you really did with Lola, was give her a platform, a big platform, to say whatever she wanted and never challenged her on any of it. That's not how an interview works.
Yeah.
All this
No, I
together.
agree.
I don't know. Maybe I'll be a little bit harsher.
You don't have to be harsher, you just have to ask questions.
I really didn't
Yeah,
want
like
to,
there's a difference between
you know,
being
sit there and
harsh
grill
and
her,
actually
it
like
was more
pushing
my
for
intention just to
answers. Like if me pushing for direct answers is harsh, then geez, I don't know, man.
Could kind of tear it apart on their own means. Because I'll be honest, chat. She back and forth.
Why weren't you willing
she
to
said some very
like call
contradictory
this
stuff in her own
out?
statements. She also she dug her own grave in a lot of ways. So
Yeah, she did. Why did you let her?
Very interesting interview.
Why? I don't know. I'm waiting for Laura to spin this as, oh, I did this intentionally so that she could dig her own grave. Guys, I intentionally acted like an idiot so that I could let
Ryan,
her
is
dig her
that
own grave.
you? Ryan, are you in her chat? He's Shinigami Ryan 64, who will be the next person interviewed. Ryan. This is also something I complained about the other day with her, but watch her chat and watch how many times like her own name pops up, because I think that's like the name of her bot. She just named it after herself.
Yes.
She has her bot constantly spamming chat. You'll see one of the things was like, so and so has like a cup of breast milk or whatever, which is fucking whatever. And then every time somebody follows, it says their name in it. She just has her bots constantly speaking in chat to make the chat look more populated than it is.
Yeah.
And put yourself in my shoes a second. So, this VTuber, which is a very controversial.
Like, what's this one right here where it says, "See you soon, love. Don't keep me waiting too long," from Elara? She wasn't typing anything in chat. What is this bot even responding to?
It could be programmed to like for lurkers. Maybe.
But I didn't see anybody in chat say anything about lurking or leaving. Like, it's
I don't know.
so bizarre.
I just, see, that's me trying to be ultra charitable.
Being great. She gave me her time.
Yeah, see then, Elara, here's your cup of Elara's milk.
So if I just actively grill her and just like attack her live on stream,
which you should be doing.
Obviously, she's not gonna want to come back or ever.
Yeah, see, look, we had Elara saying goodbye, 3 messages. Elara, here's your cup of milk, 2 messages. Elara, thank you for the follow. Like, her bot is constantly spamming the chat.
See, chat, sometimes I feel like me or all of us sometimes have too many messages because it's just like, I don't want the chat to be just bot messages. But holy cow, Laura, your chat is like 50% bot messages.
I also don't, you can see it right under this Elara follow thing. I don't understand why she has this follow message when she has this like just followed thing that shows up in chat.
Interesting situation to be put in.
I don't know.
And this was my first time ever doing something like this where I've done interviews where we just like
4 messages, there's an Elara boob message.
This is the first time we really had somebody that was just like, you know, hiding drama.
Is it like, I don't watch a lot of big streamers, but do a lot of streamers do that?
1 message, there's an Elara Discord message.
Come on. If you're literally just gonna fucking dunk on them for an
Oh
hour.
my
right?
gosh.
So I feel like staying neutral is
There's
the right
another
thing to
one.
do.
Yeah. You see what I
And
mean
I
though?
think
It's just
very echoed,
constant.
very
Like
much
chat,
in,
now you can see it.
and Lily's statement as well, because damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Like, sorry, let me get a sip of my tea.
Sip that tea.
Interview wasn't super focused, yeah. Absolutely. Thank you, Pupster. And again,
Yeah.
I would love for it to be more
Yeah, it
organized.
was
I think I'll do that.
unfocused. Damn
Somebody's
it.
just like, God, it was 30 minutes before. She said
Just
like she
so
had
many bot
a
messages.
limited window of time to talk. She only wanted to talk on Monday. I was like, ah, shit, like I can't push it off, you know. So there was definitely a time crunch.
That's
on
her
Monday, but,
acknowledging that she knows that she has to ride the wave.
you know, I can do better, and I will. So, I did ask the important
Where's
questions.
Lumi? She's
I do wanna make
tired.
it a little bit more
Work
She had a
was
lot
too
of work.
hard.
So, I think I'll come up with
She's
like a
here in
board or something
spirit. She
that,
might be lurking
you know,
right
can be
now.
there. Maybe people can submit their questions in a much more.
Here's the thing, exactly. You stayed neutral the whole time, and it honestly made me annoyed when people were saying otherwise. And then somebody says neutral immediately. Yeah, no, she wasn't neutral the whole time. She was constantly like, oh, you guys are bullying Lola. Oh, you guys, like, I don't think Lola was, like, trying to copy anybody. Like, that's not neutral.
No, that is pandering.
Also,
Or
here's something that
defending.
really annoys me that I've had to bring up with people before. Denying reality is not neutral. Like, if somebody factually did something bad, you denying that they did something bad is not neutrality. I don't understand where people got this idea from, but neutrality is not like trying to push too hard one way or the other, but you still have to like accept objective facts. So like it would be if somebody robbed a store, right? You could argue like whether or not he was an evil person for doing it or he was a good person for doing it. Who knows what the context is? But being neutral is not saying, "Oh, he didn't even rob that store. What are you talking about?"
Being neutral is accepting the facts. He robbed the store.
Yeah, you have to start from like a factual basis still. She can't constantly. She like factually did copy Shy Lily. You can't constantly sit here and say, "Well, no, she don't. She didn't. I don't think she did." That's not neutral.
Yeah, that's called glazing.
Yeah.
Organized ways. So I'll be honest, like I'm very happy with like overall I'm happy with how it went. Obviously there's
You
some parts I
shouldn't
wanna
I'm sure
be.
you are. I wouldn't be happy.
appreciate all of your
I would
feedback.
never
Oh,
want to
here's my
like show my
thing.
face again.
The fact you were doing this stream tells me you were not happy with how it went.
No.
The very next day, you're doing a response stream to yourself. You are not happy with how it went.
No.
Feedback. So, but what I want to do,
What was I want to know what was said in the back rooms.
Over on Twitter.
Who reamed her in her
personally,
DMs?
on Twitter, where people are putting words in my mouth, or they're you know, saying
Say
things
take
that
out of
aren't
context.
necessarily correct. So
Take it out of
let's
context.
talk about this statement
Please.
for a second.
Oh, somebody in chat
Because
said
people
out
are
of
like,
context shit.
oh, well, you gave her a platform, or oh, you
so
endorsed
pretty.
her.
FRFR.
Aw, thank you,
MommaOcco.
Here's the thing.
Please say we took it out of context.
Yeah.
Do it. Give me my
Please.
clip.
Exactly, but really it just made it worse. So let's talk about two things here, chat. Hi, Junkie, how are you? I'm talking about the interview that happened on Monday. Journalism to present things as they come, not to paint someone as something or another. Exactly. That was my thought, Serum.
What did I
but think,
miss?
what
You're
I
not
wanna
a
do is make it
journalist, and
more
that's not what
organized next
journalism
time.
is.
So
No.
here's the two things.
I'm more of a journalist than you, and I hate that word.
So I'm gonna drink my tea. So number
Unironically,
one,
if there was a contest to see who had more journalistic integrity, we would win.
I endorsed her.
You
You
did.
did.
I don't endorse her. Like
You did.
So the argument is that I gave her a shout out towards the.
That's
end of the
endorsement.
stream. Just because I gave her a shout out at the end of my stream does not mean that I endorse her as a whole, right? Like, you cannot like somebody and by remaining neutral say, hey, you know, this person did give their time, even though they're blatantly wrong. They did give their time to come on the stream, and that is a way to show appreciation for the fact that, yes, are they wrong? Yes. Are they
Yes.
Messing up, yes, but they did take the time to do it, and they did have the bravery to stand up in front of people, even if they were wrong. So I just think it's factually
Even though you spent the
correct,
whole
like,
stream saying she was
for
right.
you to be like, oh, you give her shout-outs, you endorse
And maybe
her,
that's
like,
what, you know, unironically, I think that if anybody else asked, she would have said no. Like, if we asked, definitely would have said no.
To be nice, so I honestly don't know if
And I'm not saying that to, like, say I'm upset or anything. I'm saying that because Lola went on with somebody that she thought was safe.
Like, I knew doing this interview, people were gonna dunk on me, and it's alright, right?
Then why'd you
Because
do
I think more importantly is,
Why'd
yeah,
you do
can disagree
it?
with somebody, but still be respectful, exactly.
Yeah,
you're diving into
but
bits
you
in a
weren't,
moment, thank
you were agreeing with her.
I think I do want to call out more inconsistencies, and you know, I think my way of doing that was I kept asking her to clarify. I said, all right. So
That's
just
not
to
how this
clarify, you were saying
works.
this, right?
Would she shout you
And
guys
that
out
was
if you went to
kinda my way
talk in her
to
stream? She'd never allow us in
point
her
out the
stream. She's already made this
No.
clear.
Exactly, Zeta.
Mm-hmm.
But the big one, the big one that I want to talk about, right, exactly, Fox. And unfortunately, a lot of people wanted me to put her up there and just absolutely just fucking dunk on her. You know what I mean?
No.
There was no
They wanted you to
There's a
ask
difference-
any questions.
They wanted me to literally just murder this girl.
How blind could she be?
And
I
is
don't
she wrong?
know.
Yes. Does she deserve horrible things to happen to her? Like death threats?
No.
But, I mean,
No.
I think
Nobody's
Stop,
there's
saying
lessons for
that.
her to be learned,
And if they are, they're
that's
they're
between her and her
they're
herself, right?
retarded.
We're not anybody to sit there and be like, you're a horrible person, you know, burn in hell. Like, that doesn't solve anything. So, Chad, let's talk about the big issue at hand here. Not everybody, but a lot of people saying that it was wrong for me to give her a platform. So let me ask
It
you, Chad,
was.
what do you think? What do you think of that? Thank you, Raina. I appreciate
I don't
that.
necessarily think
Pause real
it
quick.
was wrong.
Smoke up my ass,
It
like,
is if you're not going to challenge
in the
them,
words
though.
of Gordon Ramsay,
No,
I'm
you know
not
what? I can
wrong,
agree with
but,
that.
Yeah.
It's
So
annoying how they go to
what do you
extreme viewpoints on what they expect people to want her to do. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not like that's the thing that bothers me. It's not as black and white as that. It's like literally you can be in the middle without having to like get on her like that.
Yeah,
I'm not,
she has
like-
people telling her, like, I wish you just asked some harder questions. And she's immediately going, oh, you wanted me to bring her in and, like, shout her down and send her death threats? And it's like, no, I wanted you to
No.
ask a harder question.
I
It's like,
wanted you
oh,
to do
so
your
you wanted me
job.
to beat her up and, like, break her spirit and, like, ruin her life? It's like, no, I just wanted you to ask a harder question. Like, I don't understand why this is such, like, a hard concept. Also, yes, Miguel, I know she's doing the hick thing. You have permanently ruined what little respect I had for her voice, which was already not much.
It was already like 0.
You put me in the negatives on that. It's such a weird vocal tick. I don't know where it comes from.
I think I'm having a hard time looking you in the eyes. Oh, that's okay. Here, let me help you. Oh shit.
That's not how that. Chat, would you love it if I would do that?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I indeed did not help you. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. You did give her a platform. Everyone else, they're just getting the answers that they wanted, right? So here's my argument, chat.
Hi, how are you?
Here's my thing about it.
Okay, so I see this popping up a lot in her chat right now, where people are saying, oh, you gave her the platform and she burned herself down on it. You had removed so many people from your chat in the last stream that there was nothing but positive comments about Lola in it. So I don't know, like, where you're getting off on this she burned herself and everybody knew that from my stream kind of thing. No, you guys
you
were
put a bucket of water on her.
You guys were shilling the shit out of her. Everybody in your chat was glazing her so hard. And now suddenly it's, oh no, she burned herself that stream. Like, she torched herself. You were so dishonest. Your whole stream is dishonest.
Giving somebody a
Elara's so
platform
plastic.
is rewarding them, right? I know, literally for free, right? It's rewarding them, right? Like, if I give you a platform, you are getting rewarded for this directly, right? But regardless, you should have progress in that positive. Thank you, Pupster. That is my whole point. How is it rewarding her if she sank herself.
You offered her the life raft multiple times, though.
Supposed to hop on VC for discussion debate. You know,
I
I
have-
should do that, Chunky. Yeah, I
You
should do that,
you didn't even
sweetheart.
walk
I'm
away
thinking
from
of
the
doing
last
something
stream
more
saying
like,
she sank
I think
herself.
what? We're letting people hop in and
You
just kinda,
like walked
speak their
away
mind
from
about
it
stuff,
saying
like,
that like,
good.
oh, she's improving for the future. Everything's gonna go great.
Like, how is it rewarding her if she sunk herself? You know what I mean? Like, how is it rewarding her, allowing her to clear up her...
See, chat, this is part of the reason why I kind of wanted to finish that one and then move on to this one. So you can see, like, this massive jump from where we just came off a stream where she's constantly glazing Lola, talking about how great she is and how she's got, like, such a bright future, to suddenly this, oh, she ruined herself, my stream tanked her, like, we put her in the ground. Like, you could see that she is not honest about anything. She is immediately turned on her own stream. And she, like, so for those of you who weren't here last night, what I said was I think Elara is like a child that lacks object permanence, except with, like, ideas instead of visually. Because it seems like once a new idea about something pops into her head, every single previous one she's ever had is just gone completely. Like, doesn't exist. So at the start of this stream, she has got it into her head that she was trashing small Lola all of her last stream. So everything she said is just gone. She doesn't remember any of it. It's such a bizarre way to be.
Thoughts?
It's either that or she's trying to do this to save herself.
There's no reward in
Yeah.
that, chat. And let me ask you this as well. If you were upset
Yeah,
that
chat,
she got a
it's
platform,
hard to see because her chat was moving so quick between the bots and how many people were interested in the Lola interview last night. But she had a ton of big VTubers in her stream chat saying that she was being an idiot.
like talking about the issue.
Like, really
You know what I
big
mean? So,
people
like,
in her
that's what-
sphere of influence
that's what
saying
I'm
that she was
saying
being
about, like,
dumb.
There's nothing wrong about talking about an issue.
I really want to
The
know
difference was I put this person on my
what
platform to talk about
Lily
the issue, right?
thinks.
Like, I put her
Like, I
on my
really,
live
like,
stream. There's
obviously,
no reward. If
I'm not
anything,
gonna push her for it ever. I don't think you should.
It was
But I
not
want to
a
know
net
what
positive
Lily
for her.
actually thinks now.
It was a very bad thing for her.
Because I bet you Lily saw this.
See, Elara keeps saying my stream sank her. We knew all the stuff that came out on your stream before your stream. You did not expose anything. You're not a journalist. You didn't give us new information. All of these things that Small Lola told you, she'd already told all of us. We all already knew. I don't know why she seems to put herself on such a pedestal here. I'm not even going to say that, like, any one specific person is the one that exposed Lola for it. She was just willingly offering all this information before your stream. So you are not special. You didn't reveal anything. You're dumb. Stop trying to take credit for it.
No, and I would
Looking back,
also add that she actually tainted the information that was put out there. I almost I'm not gonna say intentionally, but she like tainted the information to the point where some people are gonna question what is true. And
Well, in a
that's not
sense,
good.
in a sense, because of the way she was conducting the interview, quote unquote interview, she was helping Lola refine her story into one coherent thought, as opposed to what it was before, where she was throwing stuff all over the place.
Mhm.
Which is, you made
Which
things
is not
worse.
what you should be doing. You shouldn't be doing that.
Lily probably added Elara to a blacklist if she watched that stream. Yeah, Elara at the start of the stream said that she was pretty sure, like, oh, Lily's just wanting to stay out of it. She doesn't want to say anything about it. No, if a lot of people said this about Shy Lily's tweet, what Shy Lily's tweet actually said was, I physically cannot speak because I will lose regardless of what I say. She wasn't saying I want to stay out of it. She was saying that she was unable to say what she really thought because she would get shit on for it.
Yeah. I bet you Lily is not happy.
Yeah.
Like, I bet good money that Lily is not happy.
Because
But
this
she
is
is
the third
choosing
time
not
this
to
has
speak.
happened.
Yeah, if I was her, I wouldn't have as much brass balls as she has to like keep my mouth closed.
Yeah.
So I think the Lily is the best person here because she knows how to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah, a lot of these people are mixing up Lily's professional opinion with her real opinion. Her tweet was her professional opinion because she knows she really shouldn't be saying all that much. That doesn't necessarily mean that was her real opinion on this issue.
Right, and I think that's what it's rooted in, Akami. I think it's rooted in the fact that people did not want her to get a chance to talk. People did not want to give her a chance to speak. They just wanted to crucify her and that's it.
And now you're the one that's getting crucified by your peers. Good job.
We need to have actually, but if you want to check out my YouTube, I did an interview for a VTuber that is under a lot of controversy. Yeah, exactly. I gotta check out Suri's VOD. I missed the interview. The VOD is gone. It's only on YouTube right now. A lot of people in the chat that day were just really rude. Well, Chip, I mean, people were calling out the hypocrisy, and I'm not upset by that at all, Chip. Like, some people did cross the line. Don't get me wrong, but I do feel like that there was a lot of times where she did need to be called out, and people in chat were saying that, and you know,
And you weren't going in?
My position was just to call out the questions, and that was kind of it. You know, you can take the interview and do what you want with it, right?
That is not what that stream was.
Change her mic and soapbox. It was her thing if she sank us some at that point, right? You know, I think it'd be different. I think it'd be different if, like, she really came out on top. You know, from it, then yeah, I think it'd be a different discussion, right? But there was not a net positive for her, so by that logic, a fair trial would be the same since she gave the accused person a platform to speak. Fortunately, fair, that's why it's called fair trial, not a witch trial. Well, deception, remember, this is Twitter. You're guilty until proven innocent, not the other way around.
Oh, you'd know a thing or two about that.
You would definitely know a thing or two about that, wouldn't ya?
Proven innocent when it comes to Twitter.
Chat, like, some of the stuff she says is just so bizarre because it completely contradicts everything she's talked about in the past.
She actually revealed some information that we didn't have before. She's always been very
I bet she would agree to interview if multiple people coached her. I doubt it even then. I don't think that Laura can be coached to have a good interview.
It'd be taken way better, but it was rushed, your first live interview, so...
Call me mean, but I don't think she can.
Yeah, no, Pupster, I do state my my actual thoughts in the VOD after the interview.
Yeah, you said you thought she was great.
Big Lord, do you still have that VOD? Yeah, could you drop the link for me, Big Lord? I know Big Lord has it, because I did literally say, I'm like, for everybody on Twitter, this is my statement. Yeah, thank you, Big Lord. But I did make that
It's almost like Twitter is a separate reality for her. Like, she makes her Twitch stuff, and then Twitter is a separate world where everything is different. And she hopes that nobody watches her streams and understands. Now that I've watched her streams, anything she says on Twitter just isn't real.
Yeah.
This is the real, what you see on screen is the real Elara chat. Real, unadulterated. Everything on Twitch or on Twitter is not real.
That was not it. Yeah, that was not it.
It's just so weird that she thinks and things this way.
I forgot that VOD's down, so it would be
Elara would gaslight the entire time? Yes.
Video, at the timestamp that Big Lord's about to give. 2 hours and 26 minutes. So if you go to my YouTube, go to the VOD. In the VOD, there's a Google Drive that has the VOD in it. I'll look at 2 hours and 26 minutes in. Yeah, I forgot I had to take the VOD down. Yeah, she asked that I take it down.
Again,
Yeah,
why?
Why?
You can just say the little request if you take. Yeah, she did. But I put up a link.
See, Elara, that's another thing that doesn't help your case, where you keep pushing this idea of, oh no, like, I was totally against her chat. Like, you heard, like, that I really didn't like her and all this other stuff. By the way, as soon as she asked me to remove the VOD, I deleted it. What? Excuse me? Why? Imagine being in a relationship with Elara. She does supposedly have a German girlfriend.
And if so, congratulations. I'm glad that you have somebody that likes you.
I wonder if her German girlfriend ever met my girlfriend that lives in Canada.
The Google Drive, so that's over on my YouTube. I can get you the link if you want. Let me know if you need it. But anyway, chat,
I love how she's like, yeah, I removed it, but if you really want to see it, I'll definitely give it to you.
My thoughts on stream,
And we're thankful that you did
because
that.
I love all of y'all. We're all invested in having a healthy conversation.
It's like,
We're not here just to, like,
where's the
attack
privacy there?
everybody, so,
If
but
Lola
I
did
always
really want it
appreciate
removed,
that
why
from
are you giving it out to people?
I think that's a great question, MJ Rocker. Interviews in the future. I have done interviews in the past where I've definitely had people on, and we talked about good things, right? I don't know. Do you guys want to see more interviews where I talk about more drama-related stuff?
I'll be honest, yes, I do. I want to see you continue to fumble interviews. Please do more of them.
Where, you know,
I
open up
want to see
everything
it.
to people that want to come on, and we just talk about drama. Although, you know, can we get a poll? Hi, Tinu, thank you for 2 months, cutie. I think that'd be
Please
great.
do multiple more interviews.
I do want to open stuff up.
I would like to point out, thank you to Father Dama who sent me this. But not only did we end up on 4chan's VT for our Niji Sanji thing, we ended up on the
we
VT.
did?
Yeah. We ended up on the
did?
VT Schizo Twitter account. I'll send it to you.
Let me see. I want to see.
But yeah,
Oh my gosh.
we ended up on 4chan's VT page.
Do they like us?
I'll put it in shooting the shit. I can't tell if it's a joke or not, honestly. But yeah. What happened? So we got DMCA'd by Niji Sanji for posting pictures of their concert from like a month ago. We're not the only ones. Tons of people posted pictures of their concert, but we got DMCA'd, so that's whatever. They also DMCA'd a tweet where we posted a picture of Gura's tweet. I don't know how they think they own that, but whatever. How about she get herself interviewed instead? Yeah, come on, Elara. We will interview you if you would like. We'll show you how to do it.
For people to talk about drama.
Yeah, Lara, come defend yourself.
Stream, right? I think that'd be really cool just to get everybody's thoughts, and have a healthy discussion. So, about the things that are going on in our streams and with everything. So, interviews in general about stuff going on, not just drama. Right, exactly. We can talk about good stuff too.
What one of her followers in this chat is comparing her to Rev Says Desu? There's no way her and Rev Says Desu get along.
Absolutely not. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not ever gonna press him for it because, like, Rev is one of those guys that I know doesn't want to like actually like punch at people. But I feel like I could confidently say I don't think he'd get along with her.
It's just funny.
Yeah, we can talk about good stuff as well.
Maybe he wouldn't get along with us, but still, I don't see it.
It doesn't matter. Let me tell you the truth.
I don't know how people get along with her though.
I'm gonna tell you the truth about news.
What's the truth about news? Tell me.
Yeah, Jesse, kid, I think I'm gonna make it a lot more organized.
She's gotta think about it.
You know, write down something, have a board of points, and then we'll just talk about it. And I'll get with the person with a lot more planning and time.
Oh my
just
god.
So that way we can be like, hey, what points do you want to talk about? And at the beginning of your stream, I'll be like, look, here
That's still not how you interview someone. You don't ask the person you're interviewing what they want to cover. You're still just talking about a talk show.
Isn't Elara anti-lolly? Yes, Elara is anti-lolly, and she will deny this, but we have very good proof recently of her being anti-lolly.
Yeah, so Alara's thing is she'll go, I'm not anti-lolly, but if the lolly is underage, then I am anti-lolly. But that's not being anti-lolly. It's like, it's a drawing. She also thinks that there is a difference between small tuber and lolly tuber, which
there's not.
I don't know if she's just dumb, but people started saying small tuber because Twitter banned the word lolly. It's literally just people trying to get around a Twitter ban.
Why would she deny being anti-lolly? Because being anti-lolly automatically excludes you from a lot of people she wants to be friends with.
Yeah.
So she's not going to outright say she's anti-lolly. But like on stream she'll say it, and sometimes on Twitter you'll see the cracks. But there are a lot of people where she wants to like network with, where she will never actually say it. The closest you will get is what we see.
So here's the truth about news tubing.
The teal deer is she's
We have a
grifting.
lot of friends that are news tubing, and we all talk about exactly. It's about value. It's about a discussion, right? It's not.
Why
about
did
just
Twitter ban the
attacking
word
somebody.
lolly?
And I feel like
So this is
Elon
something
Musk.
that Twitter doesn't, or that, well, this is something a lot of different sites don't understand. They saw that a bunch of actual pedos were using certain code words to signal to each other that they had illicit images to trade. So they banned all of those words, which is dumb, and I'll explain why it's dumb in a minute. So those pedos kept swapping code words till they eventually adopted the word lolly, which there was a time, a period on Twitter where you couldn't say that you liked lolly characters because you would have a bunch of actual pedos try and send you real illicit child porn. Because they had adopted that as one of their words. And Twitter continued on with their trend of trying to quote-unquote stop these people, so they banned usage of the word lolly. It wouldn't show up in, like, chats and anything, and it would, like, flag your account if you used it. The reason this is stupid is because exactly what I've just described. They just keep changing the words they use. What's smarter, and what the government actually recommends, is that you don't ban the words they're using to signal each other. You put markers on those words so you can more efficiently track them. If you are constantly banning their terminology, you're constantly having to hunt them down.
Yes. It's way harder to hunt them down if you constantly tell them to run. Like you want to set traps for them, because setting a trap versus making them run around is a lot easier.
Yeah. It's really dumb to try and ban how they speak, because then you just have to keep trying to find them. The believed reason for why this was happening, it happened right after Elon took over, was that he was trying to force them off of Twitter, or to convince them to leave Twitter, because that would make the site more profitable to advertisers. So it wasn't
didn't work.
Yeah, first off, it didn't work. Second off, it means that the point was not to catch predators, it was to try and scare them off the site, which is not particularly morally good.
Yeah, and like I can understand not wanting that content on your site. I 100% think it shouldn't be there. But instead of like forcing people again to migrate and to chase different ways of doing this, catch them. Like I know that he can shadow ban people. So like if you just shadow ban certain words, or again track certain words, it's very easy to find people. Like if I can do 10-minute searches and find things, I know that he can do it even faster. So
Yes.
It's putting a band-aid on an issue that will never be solved unless you take the right step. And the right step is letting them be out in the open just enough so that you can send them to jail.
Yeah, it was just
and
a
not
very
let kids on your
dumb,
platform.
it's a very dumb decision
Take all the
by
kids
them.
off the platform.
And
Sorry.
I don't know what word they use now, but they never unbanned usage of the word lolly. And a couple other sites saw Twitter do it, so they tried to adopt it. So there's actually a lot of different art websites where if you try and use the word lolly, it just your art gets blocked out immediately, even if you're using it in a non-sexual context. It is so stupid.
People want. They want to put somebody up on a soapbox and just destroy them, right? No, it's about a discussion. And I think it's important to have, Cryo again, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Everything was so rushed. BTS and alerts will be off.
Good.
Absolutely.
Another suggestion,
Good
Elara,
idea.
It was just
don't
such a rush. I tried to
acknowledge
disable it
every
so
single
much,
chat
but
message.
This is too much.
Yeah, we acknowledge chat messages when we feel like they fit with what we're
Sometimes
trying to
they're
go
just
for.
an issue
Or we want to
because,
talk
But we're
about
not gonna
them.
read.
the more you look
Yeah.
at stuff, right?
She retreads the exact same issue 30 times over
It's
just
a
because
loop.
somebody asked
You
it.
can literally state pure facts, chat. You can be like, this VTuber said this, and somebody will be like, no, they didn't.
Because they
Show
did.
proof, and they'll be like, no, you didn't. The sky's green. News tubing Fox is.
What do you mean? That's what you were doing.
There is nothing that you can do.
You were denying
There's
proof
nothing that you can
constantly.
do that you will win being a news tuber. People will paint you in a bad light. People will say that you're a liar. People will say that you misinform others. It literally
You
does not
do.
matter what you do as a news tuber.
She's giving us our points for us. Yes, you do.
Anything a chat for everybody that is here. Yeah, exactly. Attending a party was a whiplash. It was a nice palate cleanser, but still. I will tell all of you, if I can give you personal advice, do not cover news and drama. It is extremely hard to do it. It's very mentally taxing. Be prepared for a lot of negativity. It's tough, chat. It's very, very tough to cover news.
Person making themselves into a parody. Exactly. See, this isn't as funny if you don't have the context of the previous stream.
So, it's a tough job. It's a tough job. But I'll tell you what, chat.
No.
Yeah, at the very
Wait, one sec.
I'm sorry.
Did Lumi actually get a cease and desist from Any Color?
Wait, what?
Look at the drama chat.
Oh my gosh.
Here, chat, I'm gonna pull this up for you guys. Or actually, no, wait, I have to ask Lumi first. I'm not just gonna pull it up on stream.
No, she didn't.
Okay, Lumi did not get that from Any Color.
Oh, this is from VT.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what she says.
Interesting. We'll have to read through it later. I thought
I'm
that
sorry.
she got it. I was like, they didn't just DMCA the Twitter, they sent her an actual cease and desist.
There's no way they would have gotten her address because the account is not under her address.
I love having a healthy discussion.
I don't know, you'd be surprised sometimes.
Sometimes I still love it. And I think it's the
Maybe.
most important
Sorry,
thing
by the way,
to
chat, I'm sorry
Yeah,
for laughing that hard. I'm
but it's great having other news VTuber friends.
Oh yeah, covering drama is hard, bro. You just read tweets. Yeah, see, like, we're not gonna sit here and be like, oh, our job is so hard, chat. We're so exhausted doing all this work. Like, yeah, we have to do a decent bit of work to collect all of the shit together, but we're not gonna sit here and pretend like we're the super deep investigative journalists that have to go through and, like, piece together these, what is it? What's the guy with, like, the big wall with all the string on it? Is it from, like, a show called,
Oh.
like, Parks and Rec or something?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the show though.
Yeah, that guy with all the threads on the wall. We're not doing, like, that kind of work. We're, I would say we're,
Mizu shot it down an idea for me to do that.
Yeah.
He's like, don't do that. Don't do
I
that
would
also.
I would say we're a step above content aggregators. She literally just reads off tweets that she's given. I think that's what annoys me the most, is I've seen for a fact people give her the tweets. She doesn't even go look for them herself. They hand them to her and then she just reads them. That's why her coverage of the Kenji thing was like such a shit show right at the start, because somebody just handed her Kenji's tweets and she just ran with it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Thank you.
And then when Sayu came out, she's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have done. See, again, Chad, that's why, like, when all the Kenji stuff was happening, Mizu can attest to this. We were like sitting there, like, shit. What do we do? We decided to skip a day, literally, so that we could look into all of this, because you don't just do this on the fly. I mean, like, you can, but like, if you get it wrong, like Elara did, you look like a jackass.
Yeah. It
Like,
bit
I
her in
don't-
the butt immediately.
How, like, unironically, I'll never know for sure, but how many people has she self-blacklisted herself from because she doesn't wait and she just flies by the seat of her pants like this? Like, that's like newbie shit. What is going on here? Tell me you're an idiot without telling me you're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, they echo a lot of the same sentiment. They have a lot of the same problems.
I
as
just think
well,
it's funny
so
how she's trying to
it's not just
rewrite her
me.
previous stream as if it's not still
Yeah,
available
it's
to
not just me.
watch.
It's a double support from the masses, exactly. I do hope things go right, people stop attacking. Nah, it'll never stop, Big Lord. It'll never stop. You know what I mean?
It will never stop.
I do think that what I've never seen. No, Kami, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I do have some news, but I didn't have a full show. So I don't want to cover anything and everything today. Yeah, even I know Rev's drained. I know Rev's drained. I know that, you know, Rima is drained. Like, we're all drained sometimes. It's
Don't put yourself on the same level as
No,
Rev.
no. Don't put yourself on the same level as the guy that gets. I guarantee you, Rev actually does get threats. All right, I'm way more willing to trust him than you. All right, you do not deserve to be on the same level as him.
If we ever do this in the future again, chat, you know, I don't mind having people that are wrong or people that are pretty much perceived like guilty. It's a tough position to be in, right? Like,
Yes, you
like
do.
guilty, or people that are just like pretty much.
Oh, so chat, this has come up a lot recently. There's like safe horny, safe edgy. Elara is what we call like safe free speech. And she actually brought this up on the previous stream last night when we were covering it. But she says something along the lines of, I'm fine with free speech, just don't be mean to people.
That's not free speech.
Yeah, there's this idea, and this is her with this debate thing too. She's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm all on board with free speech. I'm all on board with discussion." No, she's on board with safe discussion and safe free speech. She's only there when it's like the minor disagreements or like the low-level issues that she thinks she can get away with. Which is why she's completely turned on the small Lola thing, is because she thought it was a low-level issue she could get away with, and it immediately blew up in her face. So now it's suddenly, oh no, I was always against her, guys. I was always against her.
And again, the same thing happened with Kenji. Same thing. Like,
And
she
now
ran
she's
with the
here
Kenji
pulling
stuff.
this, oh, I'm always up for like discussion and talking with people. Like, I'm any person, I'm always up for it. She still
You're
has us
not.
blocked. And she
She doesn't have me blocked.
has
Still waiting for
publicly
it.
said on stream that she will never talk to us. She has never talked to us before, and she has said she will never talk to us in the future.
Yeah,
so
Laura,
give
don't
us this
pretend that you have.
garbage.
Don't pretend that you have some sort of moral high ground because you're trying to say, oh, I'll talk to people. No, you won't. No, you won't. I'll agree with that if you talk to Mizu. If you can talk to Mizu and not rage quit, yeah, then I'll agree with you. But I know you won't. All right, I know you won't. So you are not principled. You are not good faith.
It's just funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
That's why I wanted
it's
to
hilarious.
bring up this second stream, because there's... I should have invited yourself to stream to test. I invited her. I did a public invite, and she said no.
Yeah.
She directly saw the public invite and said, I will never talk to you. And I was like, okay.
I don't know, Chad, should I publicly invite her? Like, I again, she hasn't blocked me, which I find bizarre.
Pull Marina and just enter chat. To be fair, talking to Mizu is probably like kryptonite to some people. Yet I will admit, guys, that it seems like when it comes to people, they either immediately love me or they immediately hate me, and there's really no like, oh yeah, I have neutral opinions about Mizu. It is always Mizu is a scumbag or Mizu is my best friend. There's no in between.
She'll never talk to you, but she keeps tabs on you. I don't know how much she actually, quote unquote, keeps tabs, but the fact that she constantly references us without mentioning us is mind-boggling to me. Like, if we are not on her radar, why is it she always mentioned, oh, guys, you can't take me out of context here. Guys, you can't get what I say wrong. That's a reference to us, all right? Because we, as far as I know, are the only people that have been outspoken and saying, no, you're being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see anybody else saying it.
Even we don't keep tabs on her. As much as I don't like her, I only hear about her when somebody sends me clips. And the only reason I even wanted to like cover these full streams is because we've never actually covered Elara. Like, despite all of the public beef between the both of us, we have never covered any of her content on a stream. it's always just
covered
been like,
clips.
yeah, I don't even know if we covered the clips. I know we posted them on the Twitter, but we didn't really like actually bring them up on stream.
I mean, we there was a time that we had our comeback stream, and you edited her into the
Oh,
video.
she was in the Weatherman
That-
video.
Yeah, she was in the Weatherman. Great video, by the way,
She's
chat.
still
You
mad
should still
about that
watch it.
video.
I find that hilarious.
She directly referenced that video at some point and says, they put me in a music video for content. It's like, yeah, I did. It was funny.
Like,
Do you want to
like-
tell your chat what you said about us in that music
you're
video,
not.
the part I clipped?
like,
I'll see
I
maybe
don't know.
one day, chat, if I can find you guys the tweet again. But when she talked about that, she said, I will never talk to you guys because you used me for content in one of your videos. And the using her for content in the video is her looking at us and saying, I wish you guys the worst and I hope karma comes for you. It's like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry we talked about you.
you
Totally.
only talked about us.
I'm so sorry we talked about you talking about us. We should have known better.
I
Only
found you
you
guys
get to
through
talk
her.
about people.
Well, I'm glad that you found good content.
Yes, you're welcome here, Lunix. Everyone's welcome here. Alara's always welcome to come and talk too.
Oh
we
yeah,
have-
like
We have talked to
The invite
people
is always
from like
open.
all walks of life. We really don't care.
yeah, you come as you are. Just don't expect to leave.
To
thinking
our
that
detriment, we gave Marina a platform.
on our very first stream.
Yeah.
Our very first stream, we let one of the most controversial VTubers in the world up here.
I'm not gonna say in the world. She is
Well,
very Twitter controversial though.
in the Western scene, the most controversial in the West, one of the most in the Western scene, and
Is
we
the
let
video
her
in the
up.
events chat and Discord? If it's the Weatherman video, then yes. It's a short 3-minute music video. I worked hard on that, by the way. I worked on that for days because I am not an editor and I'm too stupid to know how to edit stuff correctly.
It is on the YouTube page, chat.
Just
It's one of the few
100%
videos we
wrong.
have.
Let them talk about stuff.
How much
But I
longer
do
of this
think
do we
it's
want to do, by the
important
way?
Because as far as I have seen, and correct me if I'm wrong, nobody else in the VTuber space allows that to happen. I really don't think we do. As far as I know.
Really? As far as you know.
Yeah, let's jump back really quick to what she's talking about.
To like guilty
Is she talking?
or people that are just like pretty much just 100% wrong. Let them talk about stuff. But I do think that it's important because as far as I have seen, and correct me if I'm wrong, nobody else in the VTuber space allows that to
Wait,
happen.
Did you hear that, chat? Nobody else in the
I really don't
VTuber
think we
space
do.
does discussions.
As far as I know.
Nobody but Elara has done it.
Thinking, what's up?
Even though
You know,
her friend
chat-
Takahara or whatever, his entire thing is like sitting at a
You
bar
gotta be
talking
wrong,
to
right?
people.
Like, you're just straight up wrong.
I chat my little thing is I like to say I have tits for brains. That's my big thing. I think I have to hand that title over because there is somebody that is way worse than me.
How do you like her Spider-Man holding the tits here? Apparently her 3D one has like no pixels.
I'm doing a much better job because
Do you see that?
I see that.
You're right about it, just not wanna have
My
it
lord,
really
may I
out.
have
This
some
is
more
tough 'cause they're wrong to
pixels?
showcase, how they're wrong. Well, literally, exactly. So I want to give you an example, chat. Because actually, I'm very glad that I didn't go after her on Monday, and here's why. Because Lola announced that she's going to be graduating. So if I would have attacked Lola,
I would like to point out, chat, that she said this after Lola had already canceled her graduation. Lola said she
Yeah,
was
Lola's already
graduating.
gone.
What?
That's right. Lola's gone, and now she's like, you know what? It's safe to talk about because this girl's not going to be here anymore anyway.
No, Lola came back. She canceled her graduation.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Sorry. Brain. It's 1 a.m. I need to go to bed soon.
Oh, Lola saw our stream. She blocked us.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, we're blocked.
Ah.
Ah.
Okay.
That's the so
She hasn't
chat.
blocked me.
This is the funniest thing with some of these larger VTubers is I know for a fact what people have actually seen our show and seen our clips because they block us. Like, it is wild when you realize, oh, look, we're blocked by, like, Samurai. Oh, look, we're blocked by Lola. Oh, look, we're blocked by Elara and Sylvie and Marina. Oh, I wonder
All of
why.
these. Wonder what? Oh, is it because they? Yeah. Yeah.
Like, all you've told me with that is that you've watched our content, probably the content we made about you. Which tells me that you name search yourself. Granted, I name search myself because I find it funny to see what people say about me.
Mhm.
Which is how I found out that my original Twitter got banned because a bunch of people banned or false reported me for violent threats. And I found a tweet where somebody confirmed that Twitter sent him a confirmation message that we have found that Mizuhana is guilty of violent threats, so we've suspended their account indefinitely. Which is
Yeah.
wild. I don't know how he got that to go through.
Hey,
You still don't know the tweet either.
Mwah.
A
Give me
wall
a shout
block
out
of
to
honor.
Jenny, please. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're
Should hang
talking
up
about,
photos.
what happened Monday.
Would
How
do
did
the
we
wall
do
of
that,
shame.
Ruby?
You know what?
Mm.
I'll
Well,
go
not
through
quite,
that,
Ruby, but,
and I'll put up like a pin board
in fact,
behind
let's
me,
say that she, as
and
of
we can add
yesterday, right,
people
said
that
she's
blocked
gonna
us on it.
graduate or going on a hashtag
Just from the under the
hiatus.
T. It doesn't matter if it's on the
People wanna
personals.
blame me for
Yeah,
that and
only
say
the under
that I
T
would've
blocks.
harassed her into doing that. You know what I mean, chat?
But only big people.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have went after her Monday, I would have got blamed for that, right? So I think it's better to stay neutral about these interviews, and that's exactly why.
You weren't
It
neutral.
could just be really bad. Like things could be really.
If this is
turn into a
neutrality,
bad way,
chat,
and I don't want to be.
I must
I
be an
wanna
anarchist.
change in a positive way, right? I don't want to be the reason that she graduates. Like that's horrible, right? Nobody wants to be individually responsible for something like that. So, really, I think it's better just to stay neutral. Susan Dippin' hiatus and she be coming back on show and gotcha. Yo, what's up, Moon? How are you?
People just don't know what neutrality means anymore.
But yeah, if
No.
you missed it, guys, please go check out my interview. It's over on YouTube.
I would say not even
Everything
Temple
that,
is neutral anymore.
Lola had to say.
No, Temple has been
And he
neutral
used
for a
to-
long
I
time.
feel bad.
I would say that he's the king of being neutral.
Because I don't think you.
Guys, if we did like some research on it, would you like to hear about the time that Temple tried to sue a porn game because they said they stole his name?
I remember that. That was so funny.
It's old. It's really old drama, guys. But would any of you guys be interested in that? I'd have to do some looking up. I might have to ask some help for it. The space
Ask
one with
him.
the NTR DLC. Did they put NTR in fucking Subverse?
They put that in sub. Oh, I can't play it now.
You can't put NTR in your harem collector.
Unless
Yeah.
you're the one that's doing the NTR, but even still, that's like.
The short story chat, without getting too far into it, is there's a hentai game called Subverse that had a not a Patreon, what do you call it? A GoFundMe?
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. They had a Kickstarter, and Temple, whose channel is literally called Temple, tried to sue them because it turns out he had a secret, unused YouTube channel called Subverse. Nobody used nobody knew that channel existed. It had like 2 videos on it that had no views. But he's like, they're ruining my brand and my business because I plan to use Subverse in the future. So he was constantly trying to sue them, and he now exists in the game as a really stupid character. They make fun of him. I think they call him like Beanie Man or something.
Was it him or his brother? Because I know that he had a brother that was making a big deal out of it too.
No, his brother didn't care. His
Okay.
brother is a troll. Have you ever heard of a channel called Reactor?
No.
You'll have to look it up. The guy on the channel is an absolute lunatic, and he does nothing but fuck with people. That's Temple's brother. Somebody taught me that Reactor was Temple's brother, and that shit blew my mind because Reactor is an unironically funny chat.
Quick question for you. How much longer do we want to go?
Do you want to stop? Are you tired, Oka?
I mean, I at most I need to be done in like half an hour to an hour. Because I'm gonna get about 4 to 5 hours of sleep either way.
Well,
But
here, chat,
I'll leave it up to you.
we're gonna let Akko head out, and we'll probably call it here. But a lot of you have heard kind of what I wanted you to hear from this part of the stream, that she is just backtracking on everything. She's like immediate. I am pretty sure this person is a bot at this point.
Yeah, that is definitely a bot. I apologize that I have to leave chat. I really do. But I personally don't know if there's much more to glean from this.
In
Like,
during
and now
stream,
she's
go until one of you sunsets yourself. How do you write the name of the game? You got it right. It's just Subverse.
like
It looks pretty. If you want, I would recommend you sail the 7 seas to get it, because it is kind of bleh.
yeah, I didn't like the gameplay.
It's not great.
Like,
It's one of those games that they try and do a lot of really complex ideas, but because they're trying to do so many of them, they
don't
all
work.
end up turning into like mini games.
Mm.
It's what the Lolly Debate stream is for. Oh my god, I forgot we have to do that at some point.
Yeah.
Oof. I don't think we can. What if, chat, we do the Lolly? There's a 7-hour Lolly Debate stream that Lumi has saved. What if we did that as a subathon? We would only continue listening to that shit show as long as you guys paid us to do it.
We would have to skip out all the dead air, obviously. So it's probably not 7 hours.
But we would do it like
But-
this, like we're doing with the Elara stream.
Yes. We would have to do that after we get memberships unlocked. Which we're by the way, chat.
We
we're
could do it
like
on
just
Twitch.
under. We could do it on Twitch.
I don't know like how people do subathons with YouTube. I would leave that to you. Lolly Debate,
memberships work the
yes.
same way.
There's a
Memberships
Twitter
work the
space
exact
that
same
was
way.
a Lolly Debate, and it was supposedly an absolute shit show. But chat, loved you guys here. I will see if we can send you guys somewhere before the night is up.
Unless you're on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube, I don't think I can send you guys anywhere, unfortunately.
Not yet. Well, let me see. Can I do that? Customization? Nope, not yet. We have to be monetized.
Oh, here on Twitch, I'm gonna send you guys to my friend Ren. On YouTube, I wish I could send you guys somewhere, but we can't yet. But have a good night, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Really quickly.
Yep.
The stream from yesterday, thank you guys so much for the views. It's almost at 1K, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, as soon as the stream was over, we had something like, what was it, 240 watch hours?
Yeah.
Like, that was as the stream ended. That is not people that watched it afterwards.
No. Well, actually, I can tell you how many have watched since it was over, because it doesn't count. So since published, the stream has gotten almost 500 views and almost 200 more watch hours. And we've gained 5 subscribers from it.
Yeah, fair. But chat, love you all. We'll see you tomorrow. This is not a regular Under the Tea broadcast. We will have one tomorrow. And we are going to do like a proper dive on the small Lola thing and lay out all the information that Elara didn't care to look at. All in order, so you guys actually have good examples for it. And we'll see you guys later. Have a good night, all.
Have a good night, guys.